Hello, my name is Roy Gillis, CEO of Lighthouse. Hello, my name is Roy Gillis, CEO of Lighthouse Streaming, and you're watching Centex Sports Network.
You got 8 seconds to prove you're worth the price of admission. And you got Baylor Scott and White Health along for the ride. So square up. You got this.
RJ's Bargain Center is your home team for appliances at unbeatable prices. From refrigerators to washers, dryers to stoves, you'll find brand new appliances with huge discounts. And just like your favorite local teams, RJ's is proud to support our community and local sports. Score your savings today at RJ's Bargain Center, 711 Lynn Street, Waco. Call 254-224-6178. RJ's Bargain Center, where big savings are always a home run.
I've looked back at MCC with all these kids coming out here, these men and women starting their lives out here, starting their dreams and their visions of what they want to do for their family. It's the foundation for our community.
The plan is to go win.
Yes, sir.
Our girls set a goal that they wanted to win a national championship. They wanted to win a conference championship. That's been on the table from day one. And now we put ourselves in a position to do that.
Pitch is hit in the air and deep to left field. Going back is Rayvon Morgan at the wall. He leaps and he makes the catch for the third out.
On the line, too much to give in. If you think it's over, then let's start it again. The planet's alive, the stars burn bright, the sun goes down, we keep going all night. Don't back down, the moment is now. Don't miss out, we're never turning around. Life is young.
Going back into it, it'll go all the way to the wall. One run is scored. Now the third coming home to score is Aiden Cooney.
Catch me if you can. We're renegades.
It's this one here in right field. It is treetop call and over the wall.
We're renegades. We're renegades. We're renegades. Listen up, listen up.
Hits the first pitch down the right field side. That's going to be it. Touching third and coming home is the winning run, Carson Croca. Give a RBI double to Blake Hansen. And walk it off and win by a score of 10-9.
We're renegades. Yeah. Yeah. Rappers really don't want beef with me. Trust me, I can beat you easily. Suckers get DDT'd. I've been swinging for the fences since I was in Little League. I'm at their neck like a guillotine. Woo, lacing Hughes with the verses. Hook something like a ring, no. Baby girl, I ain't got time to chase you. I've been chasing dreams, whoa. I'm going crazy like I'm daylight, yeah. I'm a crossover gang, AI, yeah. We be skipping over all of your verses just like the CD with a playwright, yeah. I already know if the beat is bananas, it's only right that I go wape on it, yeah. Going crazy like I'm daylight, yeah. I'm a crossover gang, AI, yeah. We be skipping over all of your versions just like the CD with an A, yeah. Going crazy like I'm daylight, yeah. I'm a crossover gang, AI, yeah. We be skipping over all of your versions just like the CD with a playwright, yeah. Going crazy like I'm daylight, yeah. I'm a crossover gang, AI, yeah.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back into Friday Night Flex. I am your host, Jalen Gillis here. We're getting ready to take you guys through some Friday night football here. Friday Night Lights are back here on Centex Sports Network. We want to thank everybody for tuning in with us here on Friday Night Flex, where we're going to break down all the games here locally in this greater Waco area, Central Texas area. We want to thank you guys for tuning in with us over on YouTube, Centex Sports Network / Centex Sports TV. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and like and share this stream. Let everybody know you'll be able to catch all of your high school football stats and all the analysis of the games right here on Friday Night Flex. Make sure you guys like and share the stream. If you're watching with us on Facebook, please do the same. Like and share the stream. Let everybody know to tune in to Friday Night Flex as we get ready to break down all of these games here in the Central Texas area. Well, folks, joining me here on the show, we got the guys you see with us every single week. To my left, we got the WISD Hall of Famer, former Texas Tech Red Raider. He might be throwing those Red Raiders up now after their win last week. Mr. Wayne Walker in the building with us. To his left, we got the guy who I said is the most famous man in Waco, Mr. Rocky Miller, in the building with us. Fellas, what is going on? We back again.
I had to throw that line L up. Shout out to Waco High. They're experiencing homecoming now.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to everybody out there at homecoming. I hope that we're able to get a victory tonight, man. You know, homecoming is always a more pleasurable experience.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
If you can get a victory.
I mean, because now it's like after homecoming, you want to go out with your classmates and you kind of want to enjoy that victory. You what they got, the Mons and the homecoming dance and all this type of stuff. So you want to be a part of that and you want to win and be a part of that. I've never experienced a loss on homecoming, and I don't think Rocky hasn't either. So
No, I
don't know how that feels.
I did get one tie though. We did have a tie one time on homecoming.
Okay.
You're supposed to schedule the person you know you're gonna beat on homecoming, so you know homecoming going good.
But you know, most of the times you want to get that homecoming game as a non-district game.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're in a situation like Waco High and like we were in high school, we had eight district games. I think Waco High now has 7 district games, if I'm not.
Yeah, so 6 or 7
district games. So it's hard to get that game. It's hard to get the Lighthouse School for the Blind to come over on homecoming when you got
State School or something.
But no, man. You know, regardless of who you play, you want to get that win, and I hope that you know they're able to do it, man. Coach Martinez and his staff has really been working hard, and they deserve him and his staff and the guys.
Yeah, for sure.
They really deserve a win, and I think you know if you can get it on homecoming in front of a big crowd, that'll create a level of momentum for their team, and so you know, and to do it in front of the home crowd would be amazing. They've been close this season, but haven't been able to pull it out. And so hopefully they'll be able to do it coming tonight.
Yeah, Waco High looking for their first win of the season. It is homecoming, so definitely shout out to everybody that's getting ready for homecoming. I know it's packed down the street from where we're at right now at WISD Stadium. Everybody getting inside. Like you said, you got the mums and the garters and the outfits and the pictures. A lot that goes in with homecoming, so it's always super fun to be able to do that. I want to go to a team across town that just had their homecoming last week as we get ready to go through some of these games, and that is the La Vega Pirates as they get ready to take on number 3 Stephenville. This is a ranked matchup. La Vega number 5 in 4A Division 2, Stephenville number 3 in 4A Division 1. This is an old-time rivalry really between Stephenville and La Vega. These two teams very familiar with each other. Coach Hyde and the Stephenville staff, I'm sure, very familiar with each other. I can think back to the games when I was in high school, and they had their quarterback that was ranked in the state that was going to Stephenville, and they would go against La Vega, and those games would always be super close. This is a really fun matchup. La Vega coming off of a win last week and their homecoming as they took on Brownswood. They were able to pick up a victory in that game to move to 3-1 on the season. They got a 38-16 win versus Brownwood. Now, a whole nother animal playing against a Stephenville team. One thing you know about Stephenville, they're going to be big, they're going to be physical, and they're going to be disciplined each and every year, year in and year out. La Vega only one loss on the season, taking on Salina a couple of weeks ago. Since then, they bounced back, got a win against Brownwood, looking to pick up another win in their last non-district game. Wayne, I'll start with you. Thinking about this La Vega team versus Stephenville, what do you think when you see these two old rivals meeting up again with each other?
Well, man, it was a back-and-forth series, if I can remember, when they played each other. But, man, for La Vega to have a tough non-district schedule like they have, man, that's saying a lot about La Vega.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, every team that they played has gone to the playoffs last year, been to state, and has played well beyond October or past played in November, the end of November to be exact. So I think it'll be a shootout. It'll be a tough match for La Vega, and especially if they're traveling there, right?
Yeah, they're going to Stephenville.
It's going to be hopping in Stephenville,
Yeah.
and like you say, another ranked opponent that they're playing. That's a tough schedule. And it's hard to go in somebody else's home to beat them. But if anybody can do it, it's La Vega.
Yeah, La Vega's got a team that can compete with anybody in the state. They show it by going out and playing this extremely tough non-district schedule. They're being led on offense by a few guys. Their young quarterback in Courtney Parr, who's thrown for 763 yards already on the season, 9 touchdowns to go along with it. The Oklahoma State commit in Jabari Thornton, 267 yards, 4 touchdowns. And they've got a newcomer to their offense that's been chipping in a lot, Jamarcus Daniel, that receiver. He's got over 200 yards and 3 touchdowns on the season as well. As they struggled kind of early in the season, Courtney Parr has really started to pick it up over the last few weeks, and his teammates have been right behind him, excelling as well. And then the defense, the Caden Rowlands, the Marquay Willises, all these different guys on defense flying to the ball. This La Vega team is super tough. Rocky, what do you think about this La Vega matchup with Stephenville coming up at 7:30, I believe is when they kick off in Stephenville?
Well, when I look at this matchup, and being that it's a non-conference game, I see what Coach Hyde is trying to do. He's trying to get his team battle-tested, ready for a really tough conference, probably the toughest conference at the 4A Division II division. And so they're trying to get ready. At the same time, they're preparing for a long run in the playoff. So it's almost like you get to play these playoff level games without the pressure and the tension of, win or go home. Then when you play those games, play in your conference, the level of the intensity is not surprising to you. You're used to it. And then when you get in the playoff, you play these games, and then you also may see some of these same teams, and you'll get a second look at them, and you'll be sort of prepared. I think this is all about being ready for the playoffs. I think what happens tonight for La Vega is going to be a matter of, can La Vega handle the environment? We know talent-wise they're going to be up to par. But Stephenville is a really tough environment to play in. You're going to play in I think they're opening Art Brown Stadium up tonight.
Yeah, they are. Art Brown Stadium.
So it's going to be a packed house.
And anytime you play your games on the road, like I think 3 of their first 4 games have been on the road. Like they've traveled to play these games, these top-ranked opponents. So like you said, they're getting ready. They're not preparing for their district. They're preparing for the battles after district. When you play.
But I also think they are battling for gearing up for China Spring and Robinson and Lorena and Gainesville. Again, what I'm simply saying is they don't want to be surprised at what happens. Because Walker, district, you're playing for something.
No,
you know what I mean? When you start losing games, when you start dropping games in district, the goals that you set for yourself start slowly slipping away, and you want to be ready. Cause let's also say this, Walker.
Because you can go 0-4 in non-district.
In this district, La Vega's gonna have a target on their back. Any team that gets that skin, right? Anything that is able to conquer La Vega, they can put themselves in the catbird seat going into the playoffs.
Well, I say it like this, just like I say about the Cowboys or the University of Texas. They're going to get everybody's best shot. They're going to get everybody's best shot. The Cowboys going to get everybody's best shot. Because everybody wants to be Cowboys. They know they're going to be on national television. You're going to get it. University of Texas, they're going to get everybody's best shot because they're the University of Texas. This is what Texas football is all about. We want to beat the biggest and the baddest university here. So they're going to get everybody. La Vega, the same thing. They're going to get everybody's best shot because they done been to state. They done won state championships.
They played for a state championship last year.
And, I mean,
with a very young team.
Year in and year out, they've been dominant. They've been dominant in their district, and they got the same old foes that they've been playing for about the last 15 to 20 years in the district now. So they're going to get everybody's best shot. So playing on the road and playing these tough opponents, they're going to be battle tested for anything that they come across in the district.
And we watched them do it last year. Last year, I think they were 1-3 in their pre-district schedule and went all the way to the state game because of those battle scars and all that memory they had to go back to say, hey, remember when this happened, we can apply this here. And they came back and they beat a West Orange Stark that they lost to early in the year. So the Vega does this, it seems like almost every single year with this pre-district schedule. Tonight, another close game, and the Vega's going to want their lick back. Last year, Stephenville really got the better of them at home, too, as well. So the Vega's looking to go to their home now and ruin their new unveiling of Art Briles Stadium that they're having out there.
I think it's going to be
tonight.
tough, Jalen.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be
man.
super tough. Stephenville is a really good team.
Yeah.
I got to watch them play. The last time I watched Stephenville play was a couple of years ago. I saw them in person, and that's when they had Lambert at quarterback and Corey Eakin that's now a Texas Tech Red Raider. And I said, man, these boys are serious. They used to be in our – when I was in Midway, they were in our division, our district my first couple of years. So playing them, they was big and tough and rough in every sport. Baseball, basketball, football, everything you played them in.
You talking about the cowboy capital of the world.
Yeah,
man. They out there.
Ain't nothing else going on out there. I've been to Stephenville. I guarantee all the town is shut down right now. You ain't going to be able to get a burger nowhere in
some
Stephenville
bull riders
tonight.
out there,
yeah,
man.
they not playing around in Stephenville.
I'll say this. I expect the Vega to fare much better than they did last year. You got to remember last year where they were in the team. I think they were trying to figure out who they were last year, and they still, they lost 38-28. I think they know who they are this year. They don't have Bryson Rowland, of course, but they're just as talented as they were overall. Probably some would say even more talented. Yeah. So I look for them, barring some natural disaster like they experienced against Solana. I think they'll go in there and they'll upset Stephenville, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that.
I want to see the results of that, man.
Yeah.
I mean, because I know this is one thing I know about Stephenville. Well, you're going to have some big old boys on that line, man. On that defensive
line. What y'all say, a 2-chin strap game?
Yeah,
that's what that is. That's a 2-chin strap game when playing them.
So that's what I'm saying. I think from a defensive line standpoint, and like I say, I watched these guys very closely. Mm-hmm. They were playing last year with sophomores and juniors in the offensive line. Now, in the defensive line. Now these guys are juniors and seniors, and they've added a freshman that is lights out.
Edison King.
So again, I look for, and their linebackers are coming back. I look for them to be better on defense. So again, I think it's going to be still a sensational game.
Oh yeah,
very competitive, but I think La Vega has everything they need to pull this one out, to be honest with you.
It's gonna be a fun one to watch. That game is at 7:30. Where they'll be taking on Stephenville at the new unveiling of Art Briles Stadium out there in Stephenville, Texas. Like I said, you're not gonna be able to get a burger in town.
Now let me ask you
at 7:30. The whole town gonna shut down.
Let me be kind of cynical about this.
Yeah.
Do you think they invited Waco La Vega and their proximity to Baylor to come in today on the unveiling of Art Briles Stadium to kind of thumb their nose, to give the people of Waco the middle finger for what they feel was done to Art Briles?
I think so, and I think they don't realize that La Vega Waco and Baylor Waco is two completely
They should have
different
invited
things.
Midway.
Yeah, it would have been more. It would have made more sense if they invited Midway to play on that La Vega Waco and
That might
Baylor
be biting
Waco,
off
two
a little
different
more
things.
than they could chew.
They're biting off a lot, especially with the way they playing. We're about to talk about them in a second, but I do think
that ain't got nothing to do with La Vega. That's the brothers you
Yeah.
right there, I'm gonna keep it real.
I don't know the pipeline from La Vega to Baylor, how big that pipeline is, but I don't know if it's that big.
You can't get a
go to Live Oak and play Live Oak, or go to Midway and play Midway.
Robinson, Lorena, something like that. But Waco's, La Vega's pipeline might be more to TSTC or to FCC.
But what I'm saying is it still has a Waco name.
A
Waco brand.
It's got a connection.
I'm sure they thought about that at some point. So
and then these two teams have a hard time scheduling getting opponents to play them.
Yeah,
You're
both of them.
right.
You know,
Both
both of
of
them,
them.
because they've been dominant over the years. So they can only get somebody like Brownwood. Stephenville.
You know, as you bring that up, it reminds me of an old saying, Johnny Tusa. Once Coach Tusa and Waco High had established themselves as a pretty dominant program, pretty tough program. It was tough for them to schedule games, and they used to have to play teams out of Mexico and all that kind of stuff to just try to get games. And I say, Coach, why is it so hard for you to get a game, Coach? He say it's like this here, Coach, like this here, Rock. He say, people will drive 6 hours to get a victory, but you won't go across the street to get a butt whooping. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's the truth. It's the absolute
And the only
truth.
difference between that and college is they'll bring you in to whoop you and pay you $500,000.
Oh, yeah,
Pay
you're
for
right.
all your expenses and give you $500,000.
Just to whoop
But on
you.
the high school level,
On the high school level, yeah,
you can end up going and taking a good butt whooping,
Yeah.
and you don't leave nothing but with a bag of a Subway or a Whataburger.
Sack lunch on the bus.
It's been some ducking. That happens in high school, even here in Waco. It's been some. When I was in Midway, it was a lot of teams that ducked that did not want to play. La Vega the same way when they was on their run when we first started covering the cadets. He said, "Hey man, we're not gonna go over there and play La Vega right away."
So once Waco had established themselves, they were relegated to playing, and you remember this, Walker, playing Longview, Tyler, John Tyler. They ended up playing that East Texas circuit just because those are the teams that would play them, and they could play them year after year, and he wouldn't have the trouble scheduling. Yeah. And in some of those years, that was also their first round opponent in the playoffs.
Right.
So it's kind of funny when you have that.
Or you have to get a team from Mexico, from El Paso to come and play in Waco, or you have to go out there. But that's a part of scheduling. So when you talk about Stephenville and La Vega, they have a hard time scheduling. So why not go head to head?
They're in virtually the same area.
Yeah.
They got a highway that goes right down.
Straight shot there.
It's
always a fun matchup when those two get a chance to play each other. Like I said, when I was in high school, they had Jared Stidham, who ended up still in the league right now, but he was a problem there. Before I was in high school, they had Kevin Cobb that played for the Eagles for all those years. So, I mean, Stephenville's got a history of having some dudes out there. Corey Eakin might be their next one. They might be headed to the league. I think he was a problem when he was in Stephenville as well. Let's go over to the undefeated team here in town, the Midway Panthers, taking on Harker Heights as they start district. Rocky just alluded to how some of these other conferences have to start district earlier than some of the other ones. Midway already starting district. They started tonight against the Harker Heights team that's 2-2. So a lot of people are thinking, Harker Heights, maybe they're not as good this year. Last year they went 6-0 in district, but it's not the same. No, they're similar to La Vega. They just played tough teams in pre-district. They played an undefeated Dripping Springs team. They played a Mansfield team that's only got one loss to it, and that one loss being to Midway. So this is going to be a tough matchup from Midway, who's sitting at the top of district right now and projected to win, and the winners of it from last year were Harker Heights. Midway 4-0, undefeated. The top running back duo in Central Texas and one of the top ones in the state with Layson Wissington and then Jaden Fields Vaughn to go along with them. Both of those guys already rushed for over 400 yards. Andrew Air McNary, I've been calling him. He's really been playing some great football as of late. He's already thrown for almost 1,000 yards on the season, already 9 touchdowns, just 2 interceptions. This offense has been high-powered. The defense has been stopping teams. And last week they got tested by an undefeated Mansfield team. They were down 34-14 at halftime. Midway was able to come back and win that game 42-34. So now they've got some of those battle scars and they know how to win in certain situations. Wayne, what do we think about Joe Gillespie's 4-0 Midway Panthers so far this year?
Man, hey, they went out and prepared for district, and they played a lot of that. They played most of their games at a neutral site, or
only one home
on the
game
road
so far
as well. So they'll be ready to go. And I think Harker Heights played University last week. Was it?
They played Midlothian and Dripping Springs.
Okay. Okay, well,
Shoemakers who play University.
Okay.
Who's undefeated
I knew it was one of those, But, man, it's going to be anytime you get to district and you have to go down I-35 and it's between the clean teams and the midway teams or the teams from this area, Belton and all of that, Temple.
Yep.
You have to play.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's that old adage that, man, when you get to district and you got these familiar foes and these familiar opponents, you got to come to play.
You have to.
And week one is where everybody finds out what you really about. So they're gonna find out what Midway is really about, or we're gonna find out what Harker Heights is about. But I look for Midway to win this game. They've been playing great.
Yeah.
They got a double-head squad with the two running backs, man, that's averaging at least 10 to 15 yards to carry, man. And that's unheard of. That's unheard of. So when you got weapons, that means you can't key on the other guy, you know. So you got two guys that you have to prepare for. So I look for Midway to win this game and keep playing the way they've been playing all year.
Yeah, Midway taking on they've got their three hardest games are going to be back to back to back. They got Harker Heights this week. Next week they take on Shoemaker, who's undefeated. They play Temple, who's undefeated tonight. And then the week after that, they play Temple, who's undefeated. It plays against Shoemaker. So they got their three toughest games of the district right here as soon as they start district play. Like you said, I expect Midway to win this game tonight, but it's going to be no pushover, man. Harker Heights is a tough team. They're the reigning district champs. They went undefeated in district last year. So they're expecting to go undefeated in district again this year, regardless of what their pre-district schedule is.
One thing about district, and you playing these teams year in and year out, you know what you're preparing for. You know what you're going to get. You understand? So Midway prepared to beat a team like Harker Heights because Harker Heights was the one that won the district last year. So you preparing and saying, hey, we finna take the reign this year. So I look for Midway to do that, and they're going to start their case for that tonight.
Yeah, I think Midway's got a great chance to do that. Only their second home game. You brought it up. Only their second home game. They've been on the road almost this whole year. Them, University, La Vega, all three of those guys have been on the road. I mean, pretty much this entire season so far. Rock, what you think about Midway versus Harker Heights tonight, 7 o'clock, Midway playing at home?
I think this is going to be a tough matchup for Harker Heights. To be honest with you, I know Harker Heights is coming off of a district championship, but Midway's really tooled up. Like they have, they played really well on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
And this is one of those games, as you can see, where, the opponent last week Midway played found out that you can keep up offensively, but Midway has a tremendous high-powered offense, and they can score in bunches. And can you keep that up over the course of a first half and a second half? Midway can. I just think when you're able to put up those kind of points that Midway can put up
in
the variety of ways that Midway can put them up, unless your team is an offensive juggernaut, you're just not going to be able to keep up, because you're going to have some time. You're going to have a few series where you drop a pass, or maybe you have a holding call or something like that you don't score. But Midway has the potential of scoring every time they get the ball from anywhere on the field.
No doubt.
I just don't see where Harker Heights can really stay in this game, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's a battle of attrition when you're playing Midway, like you said. Okay, you have a good first quarter, you have a good second quarter. Can you score like that the whole game? Because Midway's averaging, I believe, over 42 points a game right now so far in this young season. Can you put those numbers up throughout the entire game? So far, Midway has shown they've been able to do that in a multitude of ways. You got running backs that's already rushed for close to 1,000 yards. Your quarterback's already passed for almost 1,000 yards on the season. And then their defense is opportunistic and knows how to get stops whenever they need to go and get stops. They did it when they played Leander Rouse, who had a high-powered offense. They did it last week against Mansfield. I expect the same thing against Harker Heights. They're going to get a test, though. The Killeen schools not playing around this year. Heights is a good team. Shoemaker's a good team. Temple's right up the road. They're 4-0, led by probably the youngest head coach in the Central Texas area, and Chad President, who's the head coach now, a guy that was playing when I was in high school and was a star as Temple, now taking over head coach, and they're off to an amazing start. So we'll keep up with this Midway game. That game is coming on just a few minutes, starting at 7 o'clock. We want to go to one of the 7:30 games that are going to play tonight, and that is the University Trojans going down to Lampasas and taking on an undefeated Lampasas team. That game, I think, is going to be really fun. It's always fireworks when these two teams meet up. We know Lampasas has a high-powered offense year in and year out. University their defense has really been the main catalyst of this team. Can that defense get stops against this high-powered Lampasas offense? That is undefeated. Last year, this was kind of the first game everybody got to really see what Savoy could do at quarterback. Ended up throwing a game-winning touchdown against Lampasas last year, and I'm sure Lampasas remembers that. Now they're undefeated on the season. They're playing University at home this time, looking to stay undefeated. University's had sort of an up-and-down season so far. They're 2-2 on the season. They've had some games where they've looked really good, and they've had some games like last week where they just really did not look good at all. So they're still trying to really form and mold their identity. We know they've got talent. They got 2 guys that are committed to Baylor. They got a DN that's committed to Arizona State. Their quarterback, Savoy, has been getting a lot of offers. They got other guys on the defensive side of the ball that's been making plays in Green and Estelle. They've got a star-studded team, but can they put it all together has been the real question mark for University. Wayne, what do you think about the Trojans versus Lampasas tonight at 7:30 at Lampasas?
Well, that's why you play non-district, so you can get it all together before district starts. I think University should go down and they should get a victory. They lost one of their big stars last week in Devontre Kirkland.
Yeah.
You know, my prayers go out to him, and hopefully, you know, everything is all right, and I'm sure he'll rehab. And he comes from that type of family that'll get him back in the loop. But I think University should go and win this type of game. I know Lampasas is 3-0, but I don't know who they played. I don't know who they played this far. And I know University has played against some tough opponents. They played up last week, so to come back and play down or play a school at the same level, I mean, it'll be a relief for them. And like you say, this is their last test before they go into district, and now it's time to start putting everything together. And so I look for University to go out and get a victory this weekend.
Yeah, they like you said, losing Devontre Kirkland will definitely hurt them on the defensive side of the ball. He's been
what was his injury, guys?
I can't remember what his injury
Torn
was.
ACL,
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. It was something that was major. So definitely shouting out to him, man. And
prayers go out to him and his family.
No, for sure, because he was having an amazing season before then. 4 sacks on the season already, a couple of interceptions. So he was playing some good football. They still got a lot of guys out there. I expect them, like you said, to go down and play a real competitive game against Lampasas tonight. Can their offense be a little bit more controlled is the main question for University. They've got the talent. Obviously, London Smith, he's been playing tremendous so far this year. Has already got 32 catches on the season and has really been playing some good football, 4 touchdowns as well to go along with it. But can they get some more controlled play from the quarterback spot, and can they run the football consistently? They've had games where they've run it well, but they haven't been able to run it consistently game in and game out.
Well, here's the thing. I watched the game in person last week. The University was playing. I have a very good friend, Brent Walker. He has a son that plays on the team, on the Shoemaker team, Josiah Walker, who scored a couple touchdowns.
My cousin.
No,
I'm just kidding.
No, but the deal is they were completely outclassed in that game. At the time watching the game, I didn't know they were in different divisions or whatever, or different classifications. But the talent level was a stark difference, especially in the trenches.
Yeah. That's what you're gonna get.
University was really outmanned in the trenches, and they were able to manufacture 28 points, but they weren't able to protect Savoy. They weren't able to really establish a running game, and on the offense and on the defense, they weren't able to stop the run. They want to stop the pass, and so that's a recipe for a loss.
Yeah,
So. But here's what I'll say, Walker. They still have that situation that they're going to have to deal with that I think is going to plague them the entire season, even on their level, is how do they stand up to a team in the trenches? And I think Lampasas, if they're historically what they've always, at least what they have been historically, they're going to have trouble with the trenches. Now, they may be so talented on the outside or in the skill position.
In the skill position, I would say that University would have had the advantage.
Oh, yeah.
But if you can run the ball, you can run it consistently on University, then University going to have problems just like you say, Rock. And I think that's one of the issues they had to deal with. And then one of my biggest problems with University is, other than London Smith, who's going to get it done for you? You got to have other playmakers. You can force feed them. Let me tell you, just like Buffalo Bills, when they had my boy Diggs.
Yeah.
And they kind of force-fed him the ball. He wasn't winning nothing because they force-feeding him. You can get your catches, but does it make you an overall better team? Because you have to have balance.
Yeah.
And if you don't have balance on your team and he getting his, but the team ain't getting theirs.
Yeah.
Because you're not winning, because you force-feed them. You have to have other people that step up and that be big. Football is a team sport. It's not an individual
The ultimate
sport.
team sport.
Yeah, the ultimate team
You
sport.
need all
you need
11 on
everybody,
both sides.
So you have to be able to have some balance on offense. Savoy has to be accurate with his passes, and he has to be consistent. And you have to have another playmaker. You have to have another playmaker on the outside or somebody that can take the load off and run the ball.
Well, that was kind of what surprised me in this game, in the game against Shoemaker. I thought there were some opportunities to use Savoy in the running game, and for whatever reason, they just did, that they weren't using him in the running game the way I thought they could. One thing about the quarterback running game, and London and with London is like they were overloading whatever side he was lining up on.
Yeah.
They weren't going to let him get deep, but they were able to give him some underneath stuff. And the way they were combating the underneath stuff was having a guy buzz under his routes and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But the other side of the field was wide open for like for like a +1 run, like use the running back as a lead blocker, kick out the end, have Savoy run it up the seam.
Yeah.
Savoy's not a little guy. He's a good sized kid.
Yeah.
And I just thought they could use just work the alignment against him. But they weren't using him to run the ball. And then when he had opportunities to run the ball, I thought through scrambles, he just wasn't assertive in those situations. And so they ended up behind the chains an awful lot of offense. Even though they scored 28 points. It was kind of a herky-jerky offensive performance. It wasn't a smooth outing whatsoever. They kind of
and you hit it on the head. You hit it on the head, man. You have to have something else. You got to take advantage of mismatches, but you have to be creative as an offense.
Yeah.
If I have to use him as a decoy to win the football game, guess what? I'm gonna use him as a decoy. Yeah. If you're gonna drop somebody underneath him and have somebody over the top of him all game, man, guess what we doing? We're going to the other side of the field, and we're going to be creative, and we're going to get other people the ball. But you got to have people to do that. And I just don't think they doing that. He already got his scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah,
he's got his scholarship. He's got his. So now you got to find ways to win. And you got to be creative in getting him the ball. You got to put him in some stack sets, some 3 receiver sets. You got to sometimes run him out the backfield. But you got to be creative in doing things when you're in high school, and I think that they
I
just
also thought they had him too
feed.
close to the formation to where, and you're the schematic genius here, Walker, but what I'm simply saying is if they line him up too tight, you could use the extra player that you're using to cover him. You can use that guy also in the running game or maybe in the blitz game. If you line him up wide and you kind of mug him, with one guy up front and one guy in the back, you kind of take that guy on the offense. Now you're playing what 10 on 9.
Well, you spread them out. You spread them out, and you can see what you got coming.
Yeah.
When you got them tight, you don't know what's coming because it's in tight. Everybody's in the mix.
Yeah.
So they can be creative on defense when you got them in tight. But I would put them out wide, and then I would put them out wide with 2 other receivers, so I can be creative. And then I would run to the other side of the field all day long. I mean, what are we talking here? We're talking football.
Yeah.
You're talking about being schematic, and then to be schematic, you have to be able to dictate what you want to do as a team.
And use the alignment against them.
Exactly. I see it all the time in high school football, though, because I don't know what it is. Like, you have a star. And the cream is always going to rise to the top.
Yeah.
But you got to know how to be creative and use those guys.
The thing that I saw, and I think you were a home run hitter, Walker, and you can explain this. To me, what you end up using him when you use London to move the football down the field, you lose that home run threat. Mm-hmm. And I think the home run threat is what really makes him dangerous, and you can use that home run threat to put points on the board. they were using it to move the football rather than using to put points on the board, and that's why I thought they were making
and in football, it ain't what you call, it's when you call it. You got to have the right timing.
Yeah.
You always have to have the right timing to do something in football, because you can call this play, and on this defense, it's not going to be successful, but on the next defense, it will be. But with him, it's just like me. I was that person that he was in high school. But I would play wing back. I would play out wide. I would play in the backfield.
But Coach T was trying to get you in that paint, though.
Yeah.
He wasn't trying. He had other guys that could go on a 3-yard carry or 5-yard carry.
But at the same time, we had other guys that could step up and could make plays too. You know, so you just have to be creative in what you're doing, man. Every game, I'm gonna come in with a different type of formation that they've never seen.
And what I'm saying is, I would much rather than London having 13 catches for 180 yards and one touchdown, I would much rather him have 5 catches for 160 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like that.
He had 11 for 148 in that game.
Yeah. So that's like him carrying the ball out the backfield.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't think you use his skill. When you have an explosive wide receiver, in my opinion, you use that guy not to sustain your offense, but to put points on the board.
Man, I'm telling you, I have him running in motion all night.
Like
man.
you mentioned Walker when you was in school that you would have games where you carried the ball 3 times for 2 yards for 3 carries, 2 touchdowns, 160 yards.
Yeah.
And I think that's like I say, and again, you may have 2 catches for.
But it was all about timing.
Yeah.
Hey, one thing about Coach Trusa, he used to know when to call that special play. I had the 45 counter T. So we're going to set them up all night. We're going to sweep them all night. Then next thing you know, we're going to fake the sweep, and here I come. Boom. But it's all about timing. It ain't when you call it. It ain't what you call it. It's when you call it. So you have to have perfect timing. You got to know as an offense coordinator how to set up touchdowns and big plays.
And you got to look. You got to see how that backside is flowing.
Yeah.
And when that backside is flowing out, and you realize, when they fake that sweep, there's going to be nobody there.
Yeah.
And if they say, oops.
Yeah. And it's all it takes is one. All it takes is one play.
Yeah.
But it's all about timing.
The setup.
It's all about the setup.
Let me ask you this, and this is something that I think even Shoemakers struggle with watching the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we had a play in our program at Waco High called 34 belly. I imagine, like I said before, you can line any guy up that played in any era at their position, and they could probably at 50 years old still run that play. And they could block it out of whatever front.
Because it was a stable. It's a stable.
Whatever front you gave us,
it's a stable.
Those guys could block it. I don't see offenses having those kind of plays.
Well,
it seems like they just out there calling stuff.
Well, they don't even line up behind the center. They don't line up under the center.
Yeah, everything is on the
shotgun, you know. So that's another thing. I mean, in high school, it would be basic for me. Everybody tries to go to the pass and go to the pass and go to the pass. That ain't what it's about. It's all just about being consistent and being able to move the ball. I'm gonna give them different looks. Like,
and the teams that in state, that's what they do.
Yeah.
We watched Carthage last year
against
Vega.
Man.
You have to have multiple sets.
Yeah.
Man. You have to have multiple sets.
Yeah. Salina the same way. Like the schools that are at the top of the classes, they are doing that and switching it up. Go ahead.
Yeah. So football games back in my era, we started at 7:30 and we done by 9:30.
Yeah, because y'all been running.
Because we running the ball.
That clock not stopping a whole lot.
And that's what the band.
That's with a 30-minute halftime.
Yeah, that's with a 30-minute. That's what the band going on the field.
It was at 10 o'clock when we got out of there on Thursday when the great rules were playing.
The ball stopping every 5 seconds.
And it wasn't even a close game. Hey,
exactly.
And the crazy thing is the team, and this is the thing that's different. Team is up by 21 points. They still chunking that thing, man.
They chunking
still
it.
Nobody take their eye off the ball.
I'm thinking my man's son is going to get some carries to close the game out. They throwing that thing down the field.
Nobody closes out the game running down the clock.
I mean, Walker have
8 carries, 42 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah.
The quarterback, both quarterbacks got to throw. So 2 guys got in to do it. But he 14 for 19, 208 yards. in their win
19
last year
sacks.
last week against University. So yeah, not a lot of balance in high school, depending on your level. Not a lot of balance that you see now. It's a lot more passing heavy.
And they don't have
higher levels.
But you see with Midway, the running game still works.
Oh man.
Like I love this move. One of my favorite movies is Remember the Titans.
Yeah.
And I think they're running the offense and they keep running the ball and it's not working. And he says, what's going on, Herbert or whatever he said. He said, hey, it's like Novocaine. Just give it time. It's gonna work.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's kind of how the running game is.
Yeah,
you got to be able to stick with it.
You
But
have to.
guys don't stick with it. First off,
But
they
you
get
can
behind. It seems like they play with because they'll run jet sweeps. They'll run everything but a play, a power play or something like that, and they'll get behind the sticks and then almost put themselves in a situation where they have to pass. Now, last week, University, talking further about University, they had the penalty bug really bad last week.
It's been like that the first 4 weeks.
That's part of discipline.
Yeah,
you know?
it's been like that.
It was
the first 4
every
weeks.
variety of penalty you want. Pre-snap, while the play was going on, and there was a few post-snap penalties. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was every kind of penalty. They really and the thing that when you're struggling to move the ball, and when you have a good play and you have a penalty that puts you behind the 8 ball, it was just really tough for University the other night. And like I said, I haven't watched them every. I'm not gonna say I know what their normal style of play is, but I was hoping they would be competitive in the game against Shoemaker, and they were for a while, but it just got away from them.
This is the last pre-test. This is the
this is the last one. You get land passes, and when you get that penalty bug, it's tough. The talent can't outshine when you get. Rock, you did a few of the games when we covered Connally for some years, man. I mean, some of the most talented teams still that I've seen the last 5, 6, 7 years, but you couldn't get over that discipline and that penalty bug. Doesn't matter how much talent you have out there on the field, because that'll always come back to bite you. And you'll see the teams that are the most disciplined. The Carthagers. When I was in high school, it was Lake Travis. It seems like they just didn't make any mistakes. No matter what happened, even if they didn't do much, they ain't gonna make a mistake. So we gonna wait on you to make a mistake.
Practice. That starts in practice, man. And that's a mental thing, man. Like when you go to the next level, man, you get fined for stuff like that, man. Making those mental errors, and they tell you that everybody got talent, but 70% of the game is mental. Mm-hmm. So you have to check in mentally to prevent those type of things from happening, man. I don't have the capacity to accept penalties, especially when you're offensive union. You're talking about execution, and you execute as an offense. And when you go out and execute, and one guy make a mistake, everything can go right. Everything, all 10 guys could do something right. One guy mess it up, and that just messes up everything.
This is in an era of football where I believe they call less penalties, to be honest with you, because holding is pretty much eliminated from from the game. Things that we would call as holding when we were playing are now legal.
No doubt. But that's discipline. That's discipline.
I think when you talk about penalties, I think you guys are right. When you talk about penalties, when you talk about those kind of things, that goes back to coaching. Coach Foster, something I'm sure he understands he has to get control of that, and hopefully they'll have a better outing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So now those are the things you talk about, because this is the last pre-test. This is the last hit, and now you're going to district next week.
Yeah.
So we got to correct all those things before we get to,
into district,
to district. So I mean, you got to get those things corrected, because those are the things that hunt you, and those are the things come back and hurt you, and those are the things that can make you sustain a loss.
Yeah, and like you said, last test they're gonna get right before district. That game coming on at 7:30 in just a few minutes. University is taking on Lampasas. I believe that game is on YouTube, so we'll get you guys some clips from that game and try to get some more in-game analysis going on there. Let me give you guys the rundown of games that we have here lined up on the slate for tonight in the Central Texas area. We talked about Harker Heights versus Midway. That game just getting kicked off. Colleen Shoemaker and Temple might be the best game on for this weekend. Both teams undefeated. Both teams 4-0. Right now, Temple with the 7-0 lead over Colleen Shoemaker. That game just got kicked off. Leander Rouse and Lake Belton just getting kicked off here a second ago. San Angelo Central taking on a winless Waco High. We'll check in more with that game a little bit later. Belton taking on Cuero, one of the best teams in the smaller divisions that we have in Texas. They've been good for like 15 or 20 years now. They're 4-0 on the season, taking on Belton. Talked about La Vega versus Stephenville. China Spring and Brownwood. China Spring off to a 1-3 start, but they're kind of doing the La Vega model here. If they're playing a lot of guys in their pre-district, they're not just coming right out and playing against scrubs or lower level talent to start it off. They're playing against some really good competition. So they're playing a Brownwood team that La Vega took care of last week. We'll see if they're able to bounce back. Connally going to a tough environment, playing Athens tonight at Athens. Connally 2-2 on the season. We'll talk some more about them later. Robinson Rockets 3-1 on the season, taking on Hillsborough at 7:30. Another team in District 12 and 4A Division II that we haven't talked about that is playing great football, the Gatesville Hornets. They're 4-0 on the season, haven't lost yet. They're taking on Burnett tonight in Gatesville. That comes on at 7:30.
Let's stop right there for a second as we talk about Gatesville.
Go ahead.
So Gatesville, we have to look at, are they good or are they fugazi?
Yeah.
Meaning that have they played a team in a non-conference will be anything like the teams.
Contenders or pretenders, huh?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the conversation.
No doubt.
We know what district they're in. They know, what they're going to be facing.
Yeah.
But are they playing that level of competition?
Haven't played that so far. First game
they'll
against
get it
Taylor.
in their district.
Glen Rose, who's on a down year. Glen Rose will usually be that competition, but Glen Rose is on a down year right now.
Because they're in the same district with La Vega, right?
Yeah.
So they're going to get it in district.
They're going to get it right away. Their first few games in district is La Vega, Lorena, and China Springs.
So here's my point.
Yeah.
Let's look at Gatesville.
Mm-hmm.
Gatesville District, they play Burnett tonight, but they played Taylor. We know what Taylor is. They're a punching bag.
Yeah.
Glen Rose, usually good, but
this year
they're a punching bag.
Yeah.
Mahale is a punching bag.
Yeah. They be getting blown out.
McGregor is a punching bag.
Yeah, same.
So they're gonna line up on October 10th, play La Vega, and how many levels above La Vega is gonna be above anybody they play?
Yeah, La Vega's plays a lot.
One
of the top teams in the state.
It's playing Stephenville tonight.
Stephenville tonight. So
has anybody, in your opinion, they played up to this point is going to prepare them for La Vega?
Everybody they played so far will be the worst team in their district that they would have to play, because they got to play La Vega, Lorena, whose offense is crazy, China Spring, Robinson, and Connally to end it out.
So 4-0 is not a good.
It's not the same 4-0 as some of the other teams that we've seen that are 4-0 so far yet this season. So I will agree with you on that.
Man,
they're gonna have a tussle. They're gonna have a time.
Leave it to Rocky to figure that out.
He didn't want to get Gatesville enough credit
for something over there.
No. What I'm saying is, like, when we're evaluating these teams and we give them credit for being 4-0, I want our listeners and our followers to understand that 4-0 Gatesville team is not. Don't downgrade them. Don't make them and automatically put them above a 1-3 China Spring team when you put their resumes against each other.
Mm-hmm. But let me add a little sauce on it. Let me add a little sauce on it. A win is a win.
Yeah.
And sometimes winning breeds confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Look,
but this is the same argument I had last week when me and Wayne were talking about Texas Tech. I said they hadn't played nobody, but what are you supposed to do when you play to nobody? You're supposed to beat them down, and that's what they did. And then we watched Tech go out against Utah and take care of business.
It's like a conversation I had to you the other day.
Mm-hmm.
It's reputation versus resume.
Mm-hmm.
With a 4-0 record, you can get a real good reputation.
Yeah, you're right.
But you have to look at who you played. Mm-hmm. Let's look at the jobs you had. Let's look at what you accomplished. Mm-hmm. And like you say, some of those teams are winless that they played. Some of those teams are projected to be last in their district.
Yeah.
And again, that's not where you're going into. Ain't nobody in your district.
Nobody.
Ain't
no slouch in District 12.
Yeah. So I think they would be probably better served by getting some lumps on their head before they get to district, so they could be better prepared to deal with what they have in District, because what they have in District 12
Monsters.
is a monster. Man.
That's week in and week out. You got to play somebody.
Each and every week. And adding Lorena to that district this year, it's just making it even tougher in that district. Now I can't wait to watch.
But leave it
a
to
lot of
Rocky.
those home games.
Leave it to Rocky to figure that out.
It's somebody from Gatesville. He don't like.
Did you hear him? Jalen say, "Hey, let's stop right there.
No.
Stop right there."
No, I just want us to talk about that a little bit because
no, but you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, though, Rocky.
And they got. Hey,
you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
And like I say, I did it right after you mentioned. You mentioned about China Spring, and that's what I was about to say. Let's not give China Spring, let's not throw the blanket over their head just yet, because they're in a district where, and they played a schedule that would warrant that they're going to be competitive in the district.
Yeah, it's just like boxing, man. You know, you can have an opponent and he might be
tomato can. That's what they used to call them back in the day, tomato can. Bleed all over you.
Yeah,
but all you gonna do is bleed all over you.
But then when you put them in there with that drill, with a Mike Tyson or somebody, you know.
But like this game coming up here, I don't mean to.
No, go ahead.
We're talking Marlin and West. Man, Marlin is having I think their coach got out of there just in time, didn't he?
And they were ranked in preseason. They were ranked. They were number 5 in their division, in their conference.
And they've been getting beat by everybody, so you can't say.
Yeah.
Same with Mart. Unfortunately, Mart is.
They got a lot of problems going on in just that town, that city, man. That's just a different
environment.
Yeah, man.
When it rains, it pours right now.
Yeah,
what about old West? Who they're playing?
West hasn't played the greatest competition, but they're an improved team. They're 3-1. They're playing in an old district that Lorena was in. They were the cream of the crop of that district. Now Lorena's moved on to 4A Division II, and West is going to be the top dogs potentially within that group. So I like this West team. I think they got some guys out there. I think they got a good coach out there as well. So I'm excited about West being 3-1 as well. There's some more teams here. I want to talk about one, McGregor. That's one of the teams that Gatesville beat. You didn't want to give him any credit for that. Yeah. But McGregor off to a bad start, even though they got a high-powered offense. They're playing Fairfield, who's got one of the best quarterbacks in this
all over
area.
People, man.
Yeah. McGregor. It ain't looking too high for McGregor right now. But Fairfield has looked good. They're 4-0. Their quarterback, Cole Collins, is leading everybody in passing right now. Central Texas. He's been off to a phenomenal start
Jay, that's
well.
one of them one of them stats that you say kind of like deceiving.
Yeah.
Because what if you behind and doing all that time and you have to throw the ball?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, McGregor.
Well, like I say, like you look at a team like Fairfield. Mm-hmm. Let's look at Fairfield, and I only want to bring them up for this reason. It's like Fairfield is a team that they're not a traditional power in this area, but what they're doing to people.
They've been destroying teams week in and week out.
What they're doing to people lets you say, okay, let's take a pause, because they went 66-0 on somebody.
On Mahia, their biggest rival. That's their biggest rival.
You know what I mean? So
they beat the brakes off of them.
So and so that's what I'm trying to say. Let's not crown them right just now. What my man Denny Green say? Let's not crown them. They are who we thought they were.
Yeah.
Let's see who Gatesville really is.
Yeah, we're gonna and you're gonna see it because.
So you saying the same thing about Fairfield?
No. See, Fairfield is a different case in that when they going in there, they leave it. Put the women and children.
Okay.
Oh wait, you hear what I'm saying? Because it gets ugly. It gets ugly. And just think about it, Walker. When you have let's always remember this, Walker. When you have a trigger man and quarterback in high school,
that's what they got to.
It takes your team to the next level.
It does. True.
When you have a true trigger man, it can transform your program. So let's not just skim over that, and because they may put another 60 on Marlin tonight.
McGregor
close.
who's that
It
guy?
might
Yeah,
be close.
yeah. I think they got about another 60 pieces.
It might be close.
For that.
Against McGregor. That's what I'm saying.
McGregor,
Sorry.
who haven't won a game either. So
They can put
it's about the
McGregor and
same
Marlon
thing.
together, and I think it might be the same. I'm just saying.
He ain't lying either. Let's look at a couple more of these games. Whitney been playing some good football. They're 3-1 on the season. They take on Little River Academy tonight. We watched Little River have a competitive game against Connally earlier in the season, so we'll see how Whitney fares against those guys tonight. Grosbeck and Rockdale facing at 7:30. Mahia and Cam Yo, both two teams that are struggling. I expect Cam Yo to come out with a victory in that one. The Yeomen playing at home too. Bullard and Teague. Teague is another good team that's going to be in that same district as Fairfield. That'll probably be their biggest rivalry game within that district.
You can ride a bicycle to each town.
Yeah, for real. They right next to each other.
They right next to each other.
Right up on each other. Teague 3-1 on the season too. Maypearl and Troy playing at 7:30 tonight. Clifton playing Bloominggrove. Clifton a 3-1 start so far this season, so they've been playing some good football as well. Axtell and Dawson, as we get to the lower levels in 2A, Axtell already up 14-0 on Dawson. Bosqueville, a team that is undefeated and has been playing some really good football. They're taking on Itasca. They're already up 7-0 in that game. Valley Mills and Italy playing tonight. Valley Mills off to a 3-1 start. Crawford has had a good start to the season. They're 3-1. They're taking on Highland tonight. Expect the Crawford to come out with the win in that. Starting to get to the lower levels. Brian Brazos Christian taking on Riesel. Brian Brazos Christian 4-0 on the season. Rosebud Lot 3-1 taking on Normandy here tonight. Mart and Bremond would usually be a powerhouse matchup, but so far Mart hasn't had the best start to this season. They're 1-2 on the season, but they play some tough competition as well. Bremond, on the other hand, ranked top 3 in the state in 2A Division I. A 3-0 start to start the season off, so Bremond's been off to a really good start so far. Chilton and Goldwaith right now playing. They're still 0-0 right now. Chilton, another team that's off to a great start. Their quarterback is a phenomenal athlete. If you haven't seen any of the highlights, check them out. He's been a one-man band so far for their offense, and the Chilton Pirates actually look like they're going to have a really good team this year. Again, for this year. Wortham and Frost up 7-0 early in this one. Meridian and Hubbard. Meridian already off to a 7-0 lead. And as we get some six-man football in, Abbott and Borden County playing tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Aquila and Jonesboro. Aquila off to another undefeated start. They're 4-0 on the season playing Jonesboro at 7:30. Bynum and Blum will face off. Oglesby and Coolidge. Oglesby undefeated. Coolidge 3-1 on the season. That should be a fun matchup. High-scoring matchup in that one. May and Iredale playing at 7:30. And we also have got Avalon and the Methodist Home will play tonight. Waco Christian and Arlington St. Paul will play as well. So a lot of good games lined up on the schedule for here tonight. Folks, we're going into our first break of the night. When we come back, we'll give you guys some analysis. You know we got to go to the other room, see what's going on in there as well. And when we come back, you see Rocky's got his Cowboys gear on, so we're going to talk some NFL here tonight. We're going to talk some college football. We're going to talk some college football as well. We'll get some of Wayne picks. He's been the hottest so far, so we'll see if we can maybe tell his parlay for what we got on the slate tomorrow. But we got a lot of football to talk here on Friday Night Flex, so stay tuned and stay locked in. We're going to be right back after this short break.
They got some food in there today?
For the ride. So square up. You got this.
RJ's Bargain Center is your home team for appliances at unbeatable prices. From refrigerators to washers, dryers to stoves, you'll find brand new appliances with huge discounts. And just like your favorite local teams, RJ's is proud to support our community and local sports. Score your savings today at RJ's Bargain Center, 711 Lynn Street, Waco. Call 254-224-6178. RJ's Bargain Center, where big savings are always a home run.
I've looked back at MCC with all these kids coming out here, these men and women starting their lives out here, starting their dreams and their visions of what they want to do for their family. It's the foundation for our community.
The plan is to go win.
Yes, sir.
Our girls set a goal that they wanted to win a national championship. They wanted to win a conference championship. That's been on the table from day one. And now we put ourselves in a position to do that.
Pitch hit in the air and deep to left field. Going back is Rayvon Morgan at the wall. He leaps and he makes the catch for the third out.
On the line, too much to give in. If you think it's over, then let's start it again. The planet's alive, the stars burn bright, the sun goes down, we keep going all night. Don't back down, the moment is now. Don't miss out, we're never turning around. The light is young.
Going back into it, it'll go all the way to the wall. One run is scored. Now the third coming home to score is Aiden Cooney.
Catch me if you can. We're renegades.
It's this one in the air, in right field. It is treetop call and over the wall.
We're renegades. We're renegades. We're renegades. Listen up, listen up.
Hits the first pitch down the right field side. That's going to be it. Touching third and coming home is the winning run, Carson Proka. Give a RBI double to Blake Hansen. The Highlanders walk it off and win by a score of 10-9.
We're renegades. Yeah. Yeah. Rappers really don't want beef with me. Trust me, I can beat you easily. Suckers get DDT'd. I've been swinging for the fences since I was in Little League. I make they nut like a guillotine. Ooh, Langston Hughes with the verses. Hook something like a ring, no. Baby girl, I ain't got time to chase you. I've been chasing dreams, whoa. I'm going crazy like I'm daylight, yeah. I'm a crossover gang, AI, yeah. We be skipping over all of your verses just like the CD wouldn't play right, yeah. I already know if the beat is bananas, it's only right that I can wait on it, yeah. Going crazy like I'm daylight, yeah. I'm a crossover gang, AI, yeah. We be skipping over all of your versions just like the CD wouldn't, ay, yeah. Going crazy like I'm daylight, yeah. I'm a crossover gang, AI, yeah. We be skipping over all of your versions just like the CD wouldn't play right, yeah. Going crazy like I'm daylight, yeah. I'm a crossover gang, AI, yeah.
This is why you need Centex Primetime. Jalen Gillis brings the realness. Dive into the heart of sports with the most passionate commentary around. From pro to high school, Jalen's got the insight and energy you crave. Catch all the action weekdays from 5 to 7 p.m. on the Centex Sports Network, only on YouTube. Join the conversation and elevate your sports knowledge with Centex Primetime. Don't miss it.
Need video or audio solutions? Lighthouse Streaming, a full-scale media agency, can transform any event. Check this out. We're talking live streaming that's crisp and clear, event audio that hits every note, and church video and audio solutions that'll enhance worship. Corporate events, we got those on lock too. From concerts to conferences, Lighthouse Streaming and Audio makes your vision shine. Book your appointment now at lighthousestreaming.com or call 254-252-4206 for a free consultation. Let's elevate your event and light up the stage.
What's up, everybody? My name is Jalen Gillis. You may know me from Centex Sports Network. We're starting a new platform, Recruit 254. Our mission is to highlight the amazing student athletes of 254. So if you're in the Waco, Killeen, Temple, Mart, Marlin, or any surrounding 254 areas, follow this platform and join the movement. Recruit 254. 254, let's run it up.
Hello, my name is Roy Gillis, CEO of Lighthouse Streaming, and you're watching Centex Sports Network.
You got 8 seconds to prove you're worth the price of admission. And you got Baylor Scott and White Health along for the ride. So square up. You got this.
RJ's Bargain Center is your home team for appliances at unbeatable prices. From refrigerators to washers, dryers to stoves, you'll find brand new appliances with huge discounts. And just like your favorite local teams, RJ's is proud to support our community and local sports. Score your savings today at RJ's Bargain Center, 711 Lynn Street, Waco. Call 254-224-6178. RJ's Bargain Center, where big savings are always a home run.
I've looked back at MCC with all these kids coming out here, these men and women starting their lives out here, starting their dreams and their visions of what they want to do for their family. It's the foundation for our community.
The plan is to go win.
Yes, sir.
Our girls set a goal that they wanted to win a national championship. They wanted to win a conference championship. That's been on the table from day one. And now we put ourselves in the position to do that.
Pitch hit in the air and deep to left field. Going back is Rayvon Morgan at the wall. He leaps and he makes the catch for the third out.
On the line, too much to give in. If you think it's over, then it started again. The planets alive, the stars burn bright. The sun goes down, we keep going all night. Going back down, the moment is now. Don't miss out, we're never turning around. That is your
Going back, can't get to it. It'll go all the way to the wall. One run is scored. Now the third coming home to score is Aiden Cooney.
Catch me if you can. We're renegades.
It's this one in the air, in right field. It is treetop call and over the wall.
We're renegades. We're renegades. We're renegades. Listen up, listen up.
Hits the first pitch down the right field side. That's going to be it. Touching third and coming home is the winning run, Carson Boca. Give a RBI double to Blake Hansen. Walk it off and win by a score of 10-9.
We're renegades. Yeah. Yeah. Rappers really don't want beef with me. Trust me, I can beat you easily. Suckers get DDT'd. I've been swinging for the fences since I was in Little League. I'm at their neck like a guillotine. Ooh, Langston Hughes with the verses. Hook something like a ring, no. Baby girl, I ain't got time to chase you. I've been chasing dreams, whoa. I'm going crazy like I'm daylight, yeah. I'm a crossover gang, AI, yeah. We be skipping over all of your verses just like the CD with a playwright, yeah. I already know if the beat is bananas, it's only right that I go wape on it, yeah. Going crazy like I'm daylight, yeah. I'm a crossover gang, AI, yeah. We be skipping over all of your versions just like the CD with an A, yeah. Going crazy like I'm daylight, yeah. I'm a crossover gang, AI, yeah. We be skipping over all of your versions just like the CD with a playwright, yeah. Going crazy like I'm daylight, yeah. I'm a crossover gang, AI, yeah.
This is why you need Centex Primetime. Jalen Gillis brings the realness. Dive into the heart of sports with the most passionate commentary around. From pro to high school, Jalen's got the insight and energy you crave. Catch all the action weekdays from 5 to 7 p.m. on the Centex Sports Network, only on YouTube. Join the conversation and elevate your sports knowledge with Centex Primetime. Don't miss it.
Need video or audio solutions? Lighthouse Streaming, a full-scale media agency, can transform any event. Check this out. We're talking live streaming that's crisp and clear, event audio that hits every note, and church video and audio solutions that'll enhance worship. Corporate events, we got those on lock too. From concerts to conferences, Lighthouse Streaming and Audio makes your vision shine. Book your appointment now at lighthousestreaming.com or call 254-252-4206 for a free consultation. Let's elevate your event and light up the stage.
What's up, everybody? My name is Jalen Gillis. You may know me from Centex Sports Network. We're starting a new platform, Recruit 254. Our mission is to highlight the amazing student athletes of 254. So if you're in the Waco, Killeen, Temple, Mart, Marlin, or any surrounding 254 areas, follow this platform and join the movement. Recruit 254. 254, let's run it up.
Hello, my name is Roy Gillis, CEO of Lighthouse Streaming, and you're watching Centex Sports Network.
You got 8 seconds to prove you're worth the price of admission. And you got Baylor Scott and White Health along for the ride. So square up. You got this.
RJ's Bargain Center is your home team for appliances at unbeatable prices. From refrigerators to washers, dryers to stoves, you'll find brand new appliances with huge discounts. And just like your favorite local teams, RJ's is proud to support our community and local sports. Score your savings today at RJ's Bargain Center, 711 Lynn Street, Waco. Call 254-224-6178. RJ's Bargain Center, where big savings are always a home run.
I've looked back at MCC with all these kids coming out here, these men and women starting their lives out here, starting their dreams and their visions of what they want to do for their family. It's the foundation for our community.
The plan is to go win.
Yes, sir.
Our girls set a goal that they wanted to win a national championship. They wanted to win a conference championship. That's been on the table from day one. And now we put ourselves in a position to do that.
Pitch hit in the air and deep to left field. Going back is Rayvon Morgan at the wall. He leaps and he makes the catch for the third out.
On the line, too much to give in. If you think it's over, then let's start it again. The planets alive, the stars burn bright, the sun goes down, we keep going all night. Going back down, the moment is now. Don't miss out, we're never turning around. God is young.
Going back to hit into it, it'll go all the way to the wall. One run is scored. Rounding the third, coming home to score is Aiden Cooney.
This is why you need Centex Primetime. Jalen Gillis brings the realness. Dive into the heart of sports with the most passionate commentary around. From pro to high school, Jalen's got the insight and energy you crave. Catch all the action weekdays from 5 to 7 p.m. on the Centex Sports Network, only on YouTube. Join the conversation and elevate your sports knowledge with Centex Primetime. Don't miss it.
Yeah, the Tuesday before the first game of the season. If you make it on, if you on the my bad.
Hey, we're back to the action here tonight since Friday Night Flex. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Make sure that you are liking and sharing, letting somebody else know where we are and where they can get this content. We are here. We got the hosts here, you know, the prognosticators, the insiders. None other than Mr. Rocky Miller. I heard him described as the most popular, most famous man in Waco.
I ain't met nobody don't know Rocky yet. How much you get paid for that?
I ain't met nobody don't know Rocky yet.
Yeah, Rocky, one of those people. So I want to thank everybody that has been tuning in. And we normally have a one of our local businesses that cater. We didn't get that. One of them had to cancel. He's going to catch back the next time. We ain't going to tell you who his name is because we don't want to throw no shade. But we went to old trusty Dusty Canes. It'll get the job done.
That man done built the Improv, man. All the chicken tenders. Man.
Oh, chicken tenders. Yeah, he did it.
We've been frying chicken.
How long?
Ever. And the people that get rich on fried chicken is KFC, churches, Popeyes.
Y'all tough, yeah. Chick-fil-A, no.
Chick-fil-A, dude out of Utah. Come on, man.
It's a tough crowd. Hey, we not going to be calling
that's our cousin, man.
My bad.
We might need them to come
sponsor. I'm telling you, it's tough, man.
I'm just saying, with all the chicken that
right, they gonna let it go.
What about grandma's chicken?
Yeah. Grandma's chicken. That should be a French trial.
It probably is somewhere in Mississippi or something.
So we still talking sports.
And chicken.
Sports and chicken.
They go hand in
They're
hand.
gonna go together. You know, still talking sports. So
Well, we do got Magic City.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I don't know which one.
This is a Christian show, brother.
What they do in Magic City, right?
I don't know.
Somebody might not know.
They fried chicken.
Okay, you right.
The best chicken wings this side of the Mississippi.
Okay, you speaking from experience.
I'm speaking from experience.
Oh, okay, all right. So
Yes.
let's talk about two things. One, Shedeur Sanders put out a post, and he talked about it. Maybe said something about, did you look at the quarterback play around the league? So my question for y'all is Shedeur trying to get out of Cleveland?
I don't know if he's trying to get out of Cleveland, and I don't know if he should try to get out of Cleveland. I think he was just speaking honestly. They asked him, does he think he should be playing? He said, look at some of the quarterbacks around the league. I think I played better than that.
Okay. So let me give you my take.
All right, yeah, we need this tape.
What is he supposed to say?
Exactly.
What is he
These are
supposed to say?
set-up
Well,
questions.
no, I don't want to play. I mean,
I love the
like,
bench.
all these guys in the league are better than me. He's not leaving Cleveland. He's got the number one selling jersey in the whole NFL. That's the business part of it, right? Okay, he's the most popular, one of the most popular players in
The
the whole
most popular
NFL.
rookie by far.
By far, rookie,
by
yes.
far.
But players too.
Yeah.
He's in that top 10 range. Okay. So he's not leaving Cleveland. Even if it's just for business, he's not leaving Cleveland. So he'll be there. They'll hold on to him. And then he's in a situation where Flacco is almost 40 years old, or 40.
Yeah, he's 40.
And you competing against another rookie. So why would you leave that situation to go to another situation?
Well, I'll say this, guys, and this is just how I feel about the entire situation. It may not be the best circumstance for his career, but it's by far the best circumstance for him to get on the field.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if and again, and I go back to this, and this is something I've debated people online ad nauseum about. This kid is not playing for money. Them checks that, like if I was in the league, you could make me shut up. You can make me be quiet. I wouldn't have nothing to say. I'll hold a clipboard. I'll hold whatever. But he ain't playing for money. He playing for respect. He playing for probably something in the end of the day that's more valuable than money, which is he wants to be recognized as an NFL quarterback. He wants to be, to quote him, legendary. And I don't even know nobody has been legendary on the bench.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I agree, because he's made money. He's a millionaire.
Yeah.
Before
he got to the league.
And I believe that his endorsements, the people that really pay him, need him to be in the news for something.
Nike.
Yeah.
You understand? And anything he says, and again,
Gatorade.
Yeah, and Gatorade.
at the end of the day, I don't think he leaves Cleveland without strapping it on at least one time.
For sure.
And I don't know
that'll
what
be this
now.
year.
I don't know when that'll be.
This season.
I don't even know who will be the coach that gives him the opportunity.
Honestly.
Because I think the coaching staff that's there now, they have another agenda. They have another process. But again, all those chickens come to roost because they got something called a record that everybody keeps. And again, and I'll say this. Let's talk about another rookie that's starting this week, Jackson Dart, right? At the end of the day, I don't think the Giants want to start him this week. They don't. I think they're playing like the Chargers or somebody. They're playing really.
Chargers.
They're playing a good team. They're playing a team that can really give it to them. But I'm gonna ask you, if you're gonna get all the press, the pub, the hot dogs, the drinks, are you gonna let New Orleans get it next week, or do you want that in your stadium this week?
Yeah.
So I think so what I'm saying is Jackson Dart is playing because of a business decision, and I think later on down the season there will be business decisions made by the Cleveland that they'll consider hot dogs, beers, fan support.
And the difference is when they were getting blew out last week, when the Giants, the fans who pay the money, who pay for the tickets, they start chanting, "We want Jackson. We want Jackson."
Yeah.
So Russell Wilson getting paid $10 million. I'll go sit on the bench too.
Yeah.
And you're 0-3. You're 0-3, so
Yeah.
you may as well take a chance. If I'm gonna go down, especially as a head coach that's had 3 losing seasons, that's been through numerous quarterbacks, and then you got a quarterback in Indianapolis that goes and he's been successful since he left me as a coach. Well, I'm going to go down with the guy that they championed.
And that was my point. I think Daboll is starting him because his clock is ticking faster than the Giants are thinking about selling. Daboll's not going to make it to week 7 if he doesn't do something right now. And then they pull out the quote of Daboll on draft day telling Jackson Dart, I'm banking on you. His words to him, I'm banking on you, which means you are going to save my job or you're going to lose my job. So I'm not going to figure that out in week 10. We're about to figure that out right now before I get fired.
So it's 2 different situations.
They are. So where do y'all fall on quarterbacks? You know, there used to be this I guess a strategy or a philosophy that you need to make these dudes sit a certain amount of years or a year.
Well, it can be successful in a way. Like Patrick Mahomes, he sat behind a guy for a whole year. His first year he came in, he learned. He came in and he was successful. Led his team to a Super Bowl, right? Then you got a guy. Okay.
They traded a Pro Bowl quarterback so that he could play.
So Alex Smith. But then you take a guy like Bryce. And with the Carolina Panthers, he comes in, he starts immediately. He's not successful. Take a guy like Tua, struggling. Even though Bryce has come on and he's played better, but then you got a guy like Tua that's just struggling. They give him all this money, he come out, he's successful in the beginning, but now you're kind of seeing what kind of quarterback he really is.
His eggs got scrambled though.
Yeah,
it don't matter.
Well, I think no. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
And then you take a guy like Brock Purdy. Okay,
he was a young quarterback.
The last player drafted in that draft class, the last person, Mr. Irrelevant, who's been successful, but it's what he's surrounded by. You know, Cam Newton said it all. There's game changers and there's game managers, and he's a game manager.
Yeah,
but it's what's surrounding him. So if you put a guy in a particular situation where he can be successful and he's surrounded by good football players, a great football player, then he's going to be successful because all he had to do is manage the team and don't turn it over in this situation. But when you take a guy that you're banking to save your franchise, you draft first in the draft for a reason. That's because you're a terrible team.
Exactly.
So you're putting all your eggs into this one in one basket and saying, "Hey, we thinking that he's going to be our savior." Well, he ain't going to be able to save you.
No.
Jane Daniels is a different example.
Yeah.
So it's so many different examples when it comes to football on what you can do and what you can't do. With Shadua, the situation with him is that you got a divided organization. The owner don't even know why they drafted. The coach don't know why they drafted him. The scouts don't know why they drafted. And I think he was colluded against. Nobody wanted to draft. They just wanted to shut up the Sanders. And so they did that, but he ended up getting drafted. He got an opportunity. So his situation is going to be he needs to stay in Cleveland or somebody else is going to give him an opportunity.
I'd like to ask you this question, though, Walker. What do you think about the stories now that came out that 2 of the better franchises in the league actually called
Philly and Baltimore?
And Philly and Baltimore to draft him, and Deion said, no, don't.
Because Deion didn't know what the situation was going to be. These guys was going to be drafting last. You got to think about it. Okay.
They called him on draft day. See, he said that. Now, he did say that. They called him on draft day.
But where were they going to be drafted at?
Yeah.
Where did Shadua think he was going to be drafted at?
So they must have knew he was going to slip as well.
If they collude, that means the whole NFL, right? The whole NFL. So they know
they ain't left out of that too. Yeah.
But Philadelphia has always done this thing, and Baltimore has always done their own.
So do you want to go to Philadelphia behind maybe one of the best quarterbacks in the league?
No, I don't want to sit. And Deion said it the best. He said, "I've never sat on the bench and said, 'Wow, I learned so much today.'" That's exactly what Shador was going to be doing for the next 10 years.
ain't Dion.
Yeah. But and then that too.
Yeah.
He can't. He was going to go to now. Philly's a different situation, because Jalen Hurts has battled injury and he's not the same cap. Lamar, you're never going to touch. All you're going to be doing is handing him his favorite towel for the next 5 years until you go somewhere else and only playing preseason. Philly is going to be similar, but not to the same level. As Rocky said earlier, Cleveland is the best situation for him to play right now. Right now, it's the best situation.
But there's no way in the world this guy's a 5th rounder.
No
way in the world. No way in the world.
I mean, we watched Tyler Shook get picked in front of him, and we're never going to see him. We haven't seen him so far. I don't think we're ever going to see him. No way in the world. He's already 30 and he's not playing, so we're never going to see him. When people like that started getting picked, that's when you know the collusion started to kick in. We'll see with Jackson Dart this weekend. They had to bench Russell Wilson. Like I said, Daboll was coaching for his job. The fan base wants Jackson Dart because they like guys that look like
and they may not show
Jackson Dart. They've never started a black quarterback until Russell Wilson just came and played, or Tyrod Taylor a couple years ago. Was the only black quarterback that's ever started in New York Giants history. So, of course, they want Jackson Dart to start. He's a tall, white guy from Ole Miss. Of course, the Giants want him to come and play right away. So his scenario is a little bit different than a guy like Shador. But, I mean, it's going to play out.
I think, like I say, my deal is with Shador is, and I was getting to this part of it, where I think Cleveland is by far the best situation for him to play. But I really would like to see him in an offense like Minnesota or a situation like that, where they have a full complement of receivers, where he can actually be a distributor. I've seen the Cleveland Browns play. They don't have much of wide receiver.
No, nothing.
Junkins is a really good running back, and you can put this victory that they had against Green Bay solely on the back of Miles Garrett. Miles Garrett. They still that tackle. He wouldn't have won the game of touch. You hear me? Because he couldn't put a hand
to his quarterback. They had a clip of him screaming to his quarterback, saying, "Jordan, run!"
You know what I'm saying? It's something.
You're right. But Shador is going to have to, because I'm going to be honest, okay? If you look at the preseason, he played one good game, but he played against vanilla offenses, which mean they just playing a base defense, okay? And you look at that game, he played well. Then Dylan Gabriel came in, he looked better than Shador. He got rid of the ball. I mean, his steps was fluid. Everything from what I see. From what I see. And I would want to be on the field with somebody like that than a guy that's going to run out the pocket, that's going to be undisciplined. So he has to work on those things. Once he has a good arm. He has experience, but he's going to have to work on those things to be a quarterback. And that's what he should be working on there, is being better. That's where you get better.
So he's a scout team quarterback.
He should be
and Miles Garrett is rushing. You think he ain't getting the ball out quick?
Every week. Playing against Miles Garrett, Denzel Ward.
That's just like playing touch football.
But the hands that for Miles is probably hard.
Him getting close.
Because you better not touch Miles Garrett.
For real.
You better not touch him.
For real.
So here's my deal, Walker. As a quarterback, now Coach Tusa used to have his name. Used to encourage guys to be a scout team hero.
Yeah, I remember. I played. Yeah.
So do you think? Now this is just my deal. If somehow against probably the number one defense in the league, Shador's practicing against every day as a scout team.
It just depends on what team they playing. Because if they playing, who they play this week?
Cleveland. I don't even know who Cleveland plays this week.
I don't know.
He was a scout team quarterback last week. I don't know who they was playing. They were playing Green Bay.
Well, he was Jordan Love last week. This week
they got Detroit.
He's playing Jared Goff this week. So he's gonna get to wear many hats because he's gonna run their plays and their offense.
So my point in this, if he ends up being a scout team hero and actually moves the ball, being able to move the ball and function against the number one team in the defense.
That's different.
I understand it's different, but at the end of the day, they're struggling on offense mightily.
Yeah, but
their defense is putting together.
This is what I'm telling you. On scout team, Miles Garrett is not getting touched. That tackle better not touch him and he get hurt. None of those guys better not get hurt on defense because you finna get on the play. They finna give you a play on lateral. You finna go. You go. So ain't nobody getting touched. He's just kind of giving them a look, just to kind of,
But is he throwing against real coverage then?
Yeah, he throwing against real coverage. But he got a card that he showed, and they come show him the card.
I remember Coach Price used to do us like that, you know. Those that had the pleasure of being on scout team.
And then in practice, and then when you in practice or when you in meetings, and they say when we go out for the scout team, this is what their in routes are 15-yard in cuts. You know, things like that.
Can a guy like Myles Garrett, does he have the cachet to say, hell, he carving us up on a scout team?
Yeah.
Hell, give him a try on Sunday.
Yeah.
You know,
and I think that'll happen when the record gets, because why are you going to play Joe Flacco and you won?
I wish I had my phone where I wish I had my phone where I could look up the stats. You got yours. Like the stats yesterday, like if you watched that game last week, bro, like they didn't move. Now, don't get me wrong. Neither team was moving the ball.
But what I'm saying is it's too early to give up on the season right now and to put him in. But if you start, because they're playing a terrible division.
So look at here, Walker. This is what I want you to tell me. Joe Flacco threw the ball 36 times, had 21 completions for 125 yards. Can Shador do that?
What if you don't?
If he don't, he's wrong.
What if you don't?
The problem though, because
now
with one interception.
CEO. CEO, this is the deal. What if he don't? You put him in there now. He's not playing against the vanilla defenses no more. He playing against live bullets now.
Who Flacco playing against?
Same
Flacco
thing.
playing
But
bank account.
Flacco won a Super Bowl.
That Flacco, there's nothing that they really showing him that he hasn't seen in some way, but his body can't do what it needs to be able to do.
But you put a rookie out there, you put him out there in that situation.
You're going to see when they put Gabriel out in a couple weeks.
Maybe. What about, because I hear this all the time that you don't want to put the rookie out there until the season is lost. Like they've won and whatever. What if a rookie goes out there and actually plays good?
Well,
to me, that's what they're afraid of.
But a veteran in the locker room, I want a chance to win. I don't want you to put a guy out there because you think he this, that, that's because I get to see him in practice every day.
And you know he ain't that.
And so them guys ain't calling for him to play on this team.
Well, what I'm saying is that's my point of what I'm saying. With how many 21 for 36, 124, 25 yards, how many of those games can Myles Garrett sit back and watch before he says, well, hell, let's give somebody else.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna take for them to.
Well, they actually won that game. Yeah, that was a winning effort.
But it's gonna have to be a desperate mode where the guys gonna say, well, we tired of this. Yeah. We not winning, so we might well put somebody else in.
So let me just also put this out there. Mm-hmm. They are in a conference that originally you looked at it and said, wow, this is going to be tough for them to win. They got Baltimore, they got Cincinnati, they got Cleveland, Pittsburgh. The conference that the division we thought they were playing in, they're not playing in that division.
What is Baltimore?
Baltimore is 1-2.
Bottom of the division.
Pittsburgh 2-1.
Yeah.
Cincinnati 2-1.
2-1.
Well, 2-1 without Joe Flacco.
And Cleveland is 1-2.
Yeah. So what I'm saying
is, the season is still progressing.
Oh yeah, everybody right there with each other.
They're not going. And let me tell you this, Rocky. If you put Shador out there right now, and I know Flacco played years and years, man, you're gonna make him look really bad right now. I'm telling you, let him gain some experience. Let him
get his block knocked off. Is what you said. Because that's where because he throwing the ball away so fast. Like if you watch him play, Flacco.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's not giving.
But Shador gonna hold on to it, and that's gonna be a pick. And
I don't think anybody's gonna look good in Cleveland's offense.
Yeah.
So if you throw Shador out there right now, he's gonna look bad. But they're gonna blame Shador as the difference.
Let him. They're
gonna blame Shador on the offense.
Work on your mechanics. Work on getting better.
Get better with the offense.
And mentally, work on the speed of the game, because the speed of the game is a whole lot different from college. I mean, it's like a whole notch up.
So just to wrap up this part of the segment, we're gonna move over to these Cowboys.
Okay, we got a lot to say about that. We got a lot to say about that.
My opinion is Shador, get out of Cleveland. I know everybody had their opinion here. It's a good place.
Okay.
There is nothing good that happens in Cleveland. Cleveland is, to me, a wasteland, and it's not because of the players, because it's an organizational issue that they have. They got a bad organization, and until you can't trade the owner.
Well, let me ask you this: if you're Cleveland, Walker, this is the last question. Last Shador question. What do you get offered that makes you let him go?
He can't. He's a 5th round pick.
I mean, no. What I'm saying, what would you're in a situation where you're going to have. I think we're heading down a season where we're going to have probably 15, 20 teams after week 8. They're going to still have playoff aspirations.
This is
They're
a
just
team
going to
that's
be
desperate for a quarterback. This is a team that paid Deshaun Watson $232 million guaranteed. So they're desperate for a quarterback. And it ain't got nothing to do with race because he's a black guy. Okay. Shador is getting a bad deal all the way around because of who his father is and because of his arrogance and his
celebrity.
attitude. Yeah. So what he's going to have to do, he's going to have to be modest. And he's going to have to eat a little bit. He's going to have to keep quiet. But if they ask me...
He's done all that.
Yeah.
So what if a team, like what I'm saying...
What can they offer?
Yeah, like there's going to be a quarterback this week, next week, that's going to get their block. Somebody going to get their block knocked off.
I agree with that. 4th round.
4th round, he's gone.
4th round, you'll let him go.
It's the Browns. Of course, they probably let him go for a 6th.
5th round or 5th round.
Yeah, they probably let him go for a 6th. Stephon Diggs got traded for a 7th round pick and got $100 million.
And he been all pro.
Yeah, and got $100 million.
So that's what you're dealing with, organizational issue.
Now, business situation. Because it's in Powell has it right. It's all about the money. They're not letting him go because his jersey is number one selling in the NFL.
And if you play him early, you'll mess that up.
And then and when you go into the gift shop at the stadium,
they buying that toy.
They buying that. They buying.
And I didn't realize this: the money that they buy on the stadium gift shop, that's not rev share.
No, that goes to the owner.
Yeah. Now the ones you buy offline, that's rev share. Yeah. But the ones you go in the press, the
they
shop,
own all the rights to that.
Yeah.
They probably got a Shador hot dog up there, and they buying.
So you saying business wise, he's just untradeable right now.
Right now.
Yeah. And that's why I think he's unplayable, because if you go out there and play him and he looks terrible and everybody's going to blame him for the bad loss, does that affect your bottom line as far as jersey sales and the stores?
Y'all say it's because he plays terrible, but my problem is their bigger fear is if he's competent, they have to hand the franchise over to him.
Well, that too.
I don't think they have a problem with that.
So we're going to pivot.
They paid Deshaun Watson $232 million.
Who's having the time of his life. Nobody seems to be living a happier life right now.
All the massages.
All the massages,
So we're pivoting. We're pivoting over to the Cowboys.
Okay, come on, Steve.
I got a question. I have to go. Rocky being the resident Cowboy subject matter expert, can you give me 3 things that you see in the play thus far that gives you hope that the Cowboys can push in the playoffs?
Dak Prescott.
Still waiting.
Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb.
Still waiting.
And Javonte Williams. Like those guys. Those guys give me hope that we have something on offense. Defensively, I don't know what we got.
Let me tell you who.
I believe Eberflus is gonna get fired.
Like every Cowboys defensive coordinator the last 5 years.
I mean, we can't cover.
You didn't even name their best player, and that's their kicker.
Yeah, for real.
We're not worried about that.
Hey, you ain't lying though.
No, kicker is not better than that.
And what they do?
Dakota Rain Prescott is holding this together for us.
They 0-3 if Brandon Aubrey don't kick a monster.
How does he get in that position?
One pass from Dak.
No, a scramble, wasn't it?
It was a middle of the field stop.
To tie it up. Didn't we scramble to tie it up?
No, he threw it 15, 17 yards
They got
first
2
play.
All-Pros on their team. That's the kicker and CeeDee Lamb. That's what they had. And you didn't even name one of them.
I did say.
You didn't say Brandon Aubrey.
No, I don't. Kicking.
That's a part of the game.
Hey, well, what would someone trade me for Brandon? Trade us for? Could we get Michael Parsons for Brandon Aubrey?
No, that's what I wanted to ask.
But you can't. You wouldn't get you wouldn't get Michael Parsons for Dak Prescott either. Dak Prescott ain't won a game.
But
He ain't won a game in fantasy football yet.
Now, Rock, you say that. Would you get an impact player? To me, a guy that can hit from 6 yards is like a weapon.
He is.
And it showed in that game that you're
But field goals don't win football games no more.
It just won.
No. What I'm saying is, it won a game
Because
where
it
we
wasn't
scored
defense.
4 touchdowns. Where Dak threw for 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's a part of it. But the defense should have won.
In a game where you may have 2 punts, where you question it even if I should punt because I'm on the 50. I might take a.
He's more valuable.
That reminds me of the Disney movie. Y'all remember the Disney movie where it had the mule that could kick from? That might be too old.
No.
You remember?
Let me say this, Roy. This is what I'm saying. I don't think we could kick our way to a division championship.
You ain't gonna defense your way to one.
But we can Dak our way to it.
To a division championship?
Yeah.
No, you can't do it.
Well, I asked him the question.
Better than Philly? Oh, okay. This is my question. Is it okay to say that the Michael Parsons trade was dumber than the Luka trade now? Because there was so much pushback on.
Well,
got to stop the run. Now we're going to be able to stop the run.
Let me say this.
Now we're going to be able to do this.
Let's be fair. Let's be fair to Luka. Let's be fair to Luka. Michael Parsons is not Luka. That's first off.
That's because you're a Cowboy fan.
No. Luka. What I'm simply saying is, Luka is a dominating force that done led his team to a finals. Yeah. Michael ain't done that, so let's not done
well,
that.
I'm just saying the two big trades is the Luka and the Micah, and everybody had, not everybody, but a lot of people had a lot of pushback for. Well, we couldn't stop,
Well, we want our Cooper flag now.
Yeah. But one thing
who can we get this our Cooper flag?
One thing that Parsons does. And we've seen this in the Cleveland game. He shortens the amount of time that offense has that ball in that play.
Oh yeah.
The reason that Cleveland can beat Green Bay is because Love only got 2 seconds. So you cut off. How far down the field can we get in 2 seconds?
It ain't far.
And the other deal.
I mean, he's a game changer. Yeah. And this is the thing: you don't trade 24-year-old pass rushers. You cannot do it. I don't care how.
Three-time All-Pro.
And you're supposed to be
years.
the richest franchise in professional sports. Okay. It's some arrogance there. Like I was telling you, they said the guy, Dale Hansen asked Jerry Jones. So if you didn't have your billions, you wasn't a team owner, you wasn't a team general manager, and this, that, and other, who would hire you as a general manager or player personnel?
Nobody. And he cussed that man out.
Yeah.
From here
we won't talk to him no more.
Yeah. He's never been back to
Who
the
would
Cowboys
hire?
facility. Nobody.
And
he didn't even have an answer for it. And that's my problem with Jerry Jones making football decisions. Is it's the same as me trying to plan the next opera. Yeah. We have no idea what's going on. And he tries to make it seem like, we're going to stop the run. We were better on
because that's a talent. That's a talent as well.
Yeah.
That's a talent as well.
But player personnel hadn't been our problem in this era.
So Chaco Torture now? What is his name?
Taco
Bell? What is it?
But what I'm saying is, now I look at it. So look at a team like Philly, and I'll say this: Philly, Howie does a great job with player personnel, but he doesn't consider character at any point when he's drafting somebody. As a Cowboys, we can't do that.
Why should you? You had Pac-Man Jones.
I said in this iteration of Cowboys. Like we just can't do
Pac-Man Jones, Marion Barber.
No. What I'm saying is,
Now, you talking about now.
Yeah,
so
right
how
now,
many more
right
years? What we got to go back to? The last
But
5
the
years?
reason Howie Roseman can draft people with character issues because they have culture. Cowboys can't do that because they don't have any culture.
Yeah,
If you draft a problem, it's just going to be a problem.
They
with
had
some more
Grant
problems.
Hill's dad taking Pac-Man around. Calvin Hill was taking Pac-Man around. Yeah.
He ended up wanting to fight the bodyguard. Didn't he?
Okay, I was stopped.
Shout out Pac-Man.
So let me pivot a little bit now. Put Jalen on the spot.
Okay.
What are 3 things that gives you any hope for the Texans being able to actually turn this 0-3 around and get to the playoffs this year?
Jacksonville Jaguars, the Indianapolis Colts, and the Tennessee Titans. That's what they me hope.
That's a better answer than
Because they sorry. Everybody else in the division sorry, and we got a good defense.
The Tennessee Titans, they have a starting quarterback too, right?
Cam Ward.
And he's a rookie.
He is a rookie.
Pick in the draft.
Number 1
But
pick.
he ain't gonna be he's not gonna be the savior. That's what I'm saying. You
gotta
put him
build
in
a
a
team.
situation. You put him in
Because he actually hasn't looked bad. But
you only as good as what you're
Yeah.
around. You know what I'm saying? We
To
can't have a good
me,
show.
Cam Ward looks like Trey Young.
yeah.
You
If the
understand what?
stats.
Bryce Young.
No, Trey Young.
Trey Young from the NBA.
Oh, Trey.
Putting up
okay,
stats.
yeah.
But
yeah,
it's
he
not,
looks like
it's not
Trey
really,
Young.
it's not
like
relating to anything.
Like his gameplay
But it's all
doesn't look like a winning style of play.
Well, it's just like this. We can't have a successful show without all 3 of them because we're a team, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Without Jalen, Rocky. I mean, we can't have it can't be no success.
Yeah.
It's all about what you're surrounded by, man.
Absolutely. I
It's
agree.
always- I mean, you have to be put in that situation to where it's good.
And he has not been.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've done sports shows before, and I've been with some people that's. But
He said he ain't never did a sports show like at Centex Sports Network.
exactly.
Yeah,
but
that-
it's being with people that's knowledgeable, and that's a team, and that we get along, and we know how to complement each other.
Yeah.
So you have to have that on the football field as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to have guys that can play. You can't surround them with guys. Like I say, you draft high for a reason. If you draft your number 1, that means you was horrible the year before, right?
Yeah. That's what Tennessee is.
But it makes me bring back. Think about my Cowboys again. Believe it or not, while you saying it, when you talk about great team.
I thought you were talking about the number 1 pick.
No.
Okay, now when we gonna talk about the Cowboys?
No. When I'm talking about when I look at the Cowboys and the offense they've assembled, George Pickens, Ferguson, Javonte Williams. Now again, let me say this: they've done all of this while paying Dak $60 million a year. Mm-hmm. Just think what they would have been able to do had they locked him up earlier, had they locked up CeeDee Lamb earlier, and then and then
they would have still had Michael Parsons.
Yeah.
See, the
Instead of Diggs and
the
Bland.
thing that one of the things that hurts Jared is the same thing that made him successful. He's a gambler. So it's like this theory.
Good point.
It's this theory.
Good point.
The light bill came in. But you don't pay it right now.
Wait till you get picked.
You wait for that light bill to get paid. What
I know about that?
As if something was going to happen between when it came in on the 2nd and you having to pay it on the 18th because they said they're going to terminate. What happened was they added on some late fees. So the light bill now costs you more money, but he's a gambler.
Right.
And he took a chance when he bought the Cowboys. He was a gambler. He took a chance on hiring Jimmy Johnson. He took a chance on allowing that Herschel Walker trade to go down. He's a gambler.
Let me ask you this, Roy, because as you unfold that, it makes me gets my wheels turning from an intellectual standpoint. The same thing, and basically what you're saying, the same thing that makes you successful in this situation, ultimately could undermine your success, your later success, and the reason why I'm saying that is, rather than work within the confines of a system, he chooses to gamble because his team is worth $12 billion. He owns real estate assets all over the Metroplex.
He's one.
He could actually, at this point, build a system and work in the framework of that system. But why does he choose to continue to gamble?
The same thing. When you, and I'm gonna come to you, Wayne. to make you that person, that entrepreneurial person, you feel like you can do everything in the mix. And we deal with that in businesses. A lot of businesses can't scale because the owner, that very thing that made them step out to do this, is the very thing that's stopping from trusting people and letting other people do certain jobs because you feel like, I can do it. I brought us this far. I bought the team. I won 2 Super Bowls. Three, is it 2 or 3? Three Super Bowls. I hired Jimmy. I got Netflix. All those things that made you great is the very thing that's your enemy. It's called, because Jerry, he should have been handed over that to somebody else, but he can't. He can't because it's that gut feeling. It's that thing that y'all's president says. I got a feeling. I just know. That's what y'all's president. Now let me come to Wayne. Wayne, you about to say something, man?
I don't know. I'm gonna let you ask me the question.
Okay.
What we was going is the same. Why can't he work in the framework? He has everything you could want as an owner. Why can't he work within the framework of a system the way that?
Because he's selfish. Because he's selfish. He's selfish.
Yeah.
He's selfish. That's 3. So this is the guy. this is the guy. You got Will McClay, who's a heck of a guy. A guy I played against in college. A guy from Houston. Played with the right side. But he's been a heck of a guy. And teams want to hire him away, but he still won't let him do his job. He won't let that man be the evaluator and go out and get talent.
Make the decision.
Make the final say so.
He has to make that final decision.
Yep.
Okay? Jimmy Johnson was a head coach that won 2 Super Bowls. This man wanted the credit so bad. He wanted to take credit for this team because he owned the team. Mm-hmm. When Jimmy Johnson assembled the team, he wanted the credit so bad that he fired this man.
Yeah. Because it's really not
that's
selfish.
Ego.
It's
that's
not
ego.
selfish. It's really narcissism
Yeah.
that works against leaders all over the world.
Clout, including the one that runs this country. But clout is the biggest drug that we have. You a movie person, why did Frank Lucas ever get caught? Because he went and wore that mink to the... That's Jerry. I got to be in the front. It was cool. I'm still making millions in the background, but now I want to make millions in the front. And it's got to be my team, and it's got to be my way. Jerry's standing in the way.
Like I say, I think he's an innovator. He's a leader, but
I won't take nothing from him.
But the thing in this football space, and I'm talking about probably the last 10 years, since Dak has been part of the team,
mm-hmm.
It seemed like before that, he was more willing to pay players their value before that. Like, we had holdouts. Don't get me wrong. We had holdouts, whatever. Yeah. But as soon as we got Dak, we had a situation with Dez. And you understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what changed in the last 10.
It started with him.
That's the gambler.
But when Deion came, he had no problem paying Deion his money.
Yeah.
Well, Deion has Deion has that situation where you're not even gonna get his attention if you can't speak his language.
Pay him what he wants. Yeah. Did you hear his son say in the documentary, I couldn't believe he gave him that money. Yeah. He told me what he paid Deion, and I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. One of the easiest people to sell is a gambler. All you got to do is sell him. If he got the dream, if it's his dream.
That's because he had lockdown abilities in Michael Irvin.
No,
nobody couldn't get over.
I believe
he was with the competitor.
I believe it was something more urgent than that.
Sinister?
No. He had fired Jimmy Johnson, and he wanted to prove to Jimmy Johnson he could win a Super Bowl without him.
Yeah.
You got to understand, all this unfolded after he fired Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah.
And they had lost in the playoffs the year before to the San Francisco 49ers.
This is my problem. I mean, I'm gonna take you there. Tony Romo didn't have to ask for his money.
Nope.
Whitney.
Troy Aikman didn't have to ask for his money.
Jason
Witten didn't
Zach
have
Martin.
to. None of them. None of those guys. But when it came to
Zach had a dispute
at the end because he wanted more money.
The third contract.
That was his third
contract. Dez Bryant. Oh man, yeah. Dez Bryant.
Wasn't a yes man.
Emmitt Smith.
Yeah, wasn't a yes man.
You know, Michael Parsons. We go on and on.
Michael, I love Michael. Yeah. I'll do anything for Michael.
Michael Irvin didn't have to ask for his money.
Now Michael, I remember Michael. Michael wanted to go in so he could make that incentive. He had that $100,000 incentive, and he was mad as hell because he couldn't go back in there and make it. And guess what? He didn't make that $100,000 incentive, and I put it in his check anyway.
So I'm not
So he
saying.
gave it to him.
Yeah.
You
gotta have a
I'm
little more
not
shake in
saying
your
he's
voice.
prejudiced. I'm not saying he's prejudiced.
You just stated some facts.
I'm just stating some facts.
I know he told them boys don't kneel.
And then he told them boys not to kneel. That's why I was going there.
Yeah, I know that.
Or you wouldn't be a Dallas Cowboy.
I don't know. I don't have proof if he's prejudiced. I just know he told them boys, "Don't kneel. You ain't gonna be a Dallas Cowboy." And then he watched that little girl to go out there and say she can't come integrate to school back.
And not only is he
contributing,
and he contributing $5 million a year to Donald Trump. Now let me stop that. I don't know that.
We're gonna leave that right there. I got one other thing since y'all brought up Deion.
Yeah.
Is Deion in Colorado next year?
Oh yeah.
It's too much.
Yeah, he getting paid $10 million.
That's a business decision too. And to let him go, I think they would have to pay him.
Now they have to restructure how they compensate players, though.
So
I think if this season
that's
does
what
not go
I
right,
was gonna say.
I
If
think
Deion wins
could
4
be
games,
gone.
if he wins 4 games this year, is he still there?
Well, I'm saying, not saying that Colorado's not going to get rid of him. Is Deion still going to be there?
No, he's going to be there.
I can tell you this: they not getting rid of him.
No, they not going. No,
because all the money, the economy that he.
No, they not getting.
I mean,
we talking about Jordan. They ain't getting rid of him.
We're talking about business. You know, Deion is gonna be there.
I'm saying if Florida State come and say we got $15 million a year.
Florida State in there winning there. They ain't going.
I'm just saying they offer him $15 million and they just won 3 games this year.
Again, and I'll say this, Jalen. At the end of the day, Deion is our simulate. Me and your dad simulate. It's best for me to be in a situation that I'm comfortable doing what I want to do than to be somewhere where I have to conform to somebody else.
But Deion don't work on comfort.
Yeah, but his
mindset on his mindset.
He got a song talking about money. I'm just saying, Florida State comes out
this is the
$20 million.
This is the problem I have with Deion. This is the problem that a lot of people gonna have with Deion. I don't have a problem with Deion because he's gonna have to go to a school like Georgia Tech, like a big school, where they can deal with what he's bringing. You understand what I'm saying?
I think
he can't go to BYU.
No,
and I don't think he would.
No,
he had to go to USC.
They ain't gonna let Caruso come up.
UCLA. He gonna have to go to a school like he can't go to Wisconsin. He can't go to those schools like that.
Now, Walker, I think, but here's what I think. I think
because everybody don't want that.
They've got as much talent as they possibly can.
When Colorado
using the mojo of Deion, they're gonna have to use money.
Yeah, they got to pay.
Yeah,
I'm saying like
bringing in the revenue to pay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm saying. What I'm simply saying is, Colorado, I believe they're in a season where they're ramping up their NIL war chest, and they're going to be able to walk in with Deion, and they're going to be able to get players that will. Because again, they can walk in now and see. When he first started, they couldn't come in Waco and get a kid, and because they were playing in the Pac-12, they walk in Waco and get a kid and say, "Hey, we come to Texas 3 times a year. We coming to
You gonna have to pay. Let me give you a good example. Who gonna go out to West Texas, Lubbock, Texas, and play football? You got to pay me to go out there. And I'm talking about even back in 1985. You got to pay me to go out there. I'm not going out there for nothing. So you got to pay these guys. You have to pay these guys. You have to pay these guys.
In order to get the lineman.
Don't get Rudy in trouble.
In order
let's pass some statute of limitations.
So in order to get the lineman that they need, they got to pay.
You got to pay. And what if they?
Because if you're 6'5" and 320, you know.
So what is the reason they haven't?
The boy
paid
from La Vega got paid. The boy that went to U of H from La Vega. Got like a 1.4 or something like that.
Well, what I'm saying is, why they haven't paid?
Why haven't they paid?
Because Deion has been selling the program.
Yeah, and then this is my Shadoo and Travis got theirs.
Whole bunch of it, and Shiloh. Shadoo and Travis are supposed to get theirs. Shiloh got paid too.
Man, do you know Deion got a son that's going around with a camera?
Oh yeah, Seaton, yeah. The stars are getting paid there right now. McKinney getting paid.
Yeah. So
no. You have to pay everybody.
That's my point. Why aren't they? Is my question. Why aren't they?
But what I'm saying,
they're making money.
Following you with a camera, get paid $5 million a year. Going around with a camera, just filming.
Yeah. So why aren't they getting paid?
Well, I think Dion said early on, and I don't think he did it. I don't think it was at the time it was a business decision, but it ended up being a business decision because ultimately, when Dion would say, I want guys that want to go to the NFL, not the NIL. Well, when the NIL start making MILLs, you understand what I'm saying? Then the game changes.
Well, it's all about wins and losses.
Yeah. So
Dion ain't Dion without.
Well, I don't agree with that. I think he has to win, but I don't think winning for Dion is like winning for Nick Saban or winning for Kirby Smart or winning for those guys. I don't think. I think his winning is if they're in the news, if they're relevant, if they're getting the top recruits in the nation.
But you're wrong. I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm going to tell you why you're wrong. Because that'll only get you so far. Because when you go to Colorado.
Well, he's only been coaching 5 years.
Okay, and he had 2 losing ones at Colorado, right?
1.
Well, on the way to the second one.
So this is what I'm saying. Nothing happens without wins and losses. So if he have another losing season,
and I don't think he is,
it's going to be different. Like you said, he got to pay.
Yeah.
Now the program is all about Dion. The program is all about Dion.
That's exactly what I'm saying. See, we're not putting in the Dion. Dion is not going to stay there if they can't win.
That's my point.
I'm not staying.
Colorado's not going to get rid of him. He'll leave.
He's leaving.
He'll leave.
So let me ask you this here. No. We're paying a coach $10 million with a significant buyout. You don't think Colorado's committed to winning?
No,
I think they've done all they can do.
No. Colorado, Boulder per capita, go look it up, is one of the richest places in America.
It is. Yeah.
They got money on it.
They got money. They got some rich.
They got money.
But do they got Florida State money? Do they got Georgia money?
They were paying. I'm going to tell you this. They were paying back when you weren't supposed to pay.
But now that everybody can pay, are they on the same level as these other guys?
Absolutely. If they have to use the weed money, they're going to pay.
But when they going to do it? And is Dion going to be there when they decide to do it?
But he's right. They can be. If he goes out and
he has to change his
if he goes out and asks for it and say, hey,
so
we want to win.
That's why I'm about to question why.
Dion has to change his pitch. His pitch cannot be NFL, not NIL.
You're saying that the constriction of their NIL is because of Dion?
Yes.
Okay, so that's
because he said, I want guys to go to this. He criticized kids for asking for the money up front. What can you offer? I don't even want to talk to nobody. If that's the first thing you got to say, that's not our kind of thing.
We looking at retirement for Dion then, is what we're saying.
No, I'm saying
that change that. They're going to lose.
But what I'm saying,
that's what he's saying. They're going to have to change that. He got to change that.
And again, you're talking about, man, you have to.
Dion's going to Cleveland?
Look at
here. Hey, Jimmy. Jimmy has
So we got some chatter from the sidelines. My studio audience member. We got one studio audience member. He seems to think Dion going to Cleveland. That's going. No. We're gonna put a pin in it right there. Hey, thank everybody for tuning into this part of the segment. We're gonna need to transition back to the other part. Remember to if you're watching on Facebook or Twitter or Roku or YouTube, wherever you're watching that, subscribe, because we got a lot of high school games and highlights.
Hopefully we can get some look-ins.
Yeah, we're gonna talk to some look-ins. Is Waco High playing somebody tonight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully by the time on YouTube.
Hopefully by the time I come back, they done took care of. They done took care of San Angelo Central, where I done took care of those tenders.
Oh, you know what I mean? You're the only one got a clean plate.
Hey, we'll be right back after these messages. You are watching Friday Night Flex.
You got 8 seconds to prove you're worth the price of admission. And you got Baylor Scott and White Health along for the ride. So square up. You got this.
RJ's Bargain Center is your home team for appliances at unbeatable prices. From refrigerators to washers, dryers to stoves, you'll find brand new appliances with huge discounts. And just like your favorite local teams, RJ's is proud to support our community and local sports. Score your savings today at RJ's Bargain Center, 711 Lynn Street, Waco. Call 254-224-6178. RJ's Bargain Center, where big savings are always a home run.
I've looked back at MCC with all these kids coming out here, these men and women starting their lives out here, starting their dreams and their visions of what they want to do for their family. It's the foundation for our community.
The plan is to go win.
Yes, sir.
Our girls set a goal that they wanted to win a national championship. They wanted to win a conference championship. That's been on the table from day one. And now we put ourselves in the position to do that.
Pitch is hit in the air and deep to left field. Going back is Rayvon Morgan at the wall. He leaps and he makes the catch for the third out.
Too much to give in. If you think it's over, then let's start it again. The planet's alive, the stars burn bright, the sun goes down, we keep going all night. Going back down, the moment is now. Don't miss out, we're never turning around. The is yours.
Fielder going back to hit into it. It'll go all the way to the wall. One run is scored. Rounding third, coming home to score is Aiden Cooney.
Catch me if you can. We're renegades.
It's this one here in right field. It is treetop call and over the wall.
We're renegades. We're renegades. We're renegades. Listen up, listen up.
Hits the first pitch down the right field side. That's going to be it. Touching third and coming home is the winning run, Carson Croca. Give a RBI double to Blake Hansen with a hand to walk it off and win by a score of 10-9.
We're renegades. Yeah. Yeah. Rappers really don't want beef with me. Trust me, I can beat you easily. Suckers get DDT'd. I've been swinging for the fences since I was in Little League. I'm at their neck like a guillotine. Woo! Langston Hughes with the verses. Hook something like a Reno. Baby girl, I ain't got time to chase you. I've been chasing dreams. Whoa! I'm going crazy like I'm daylight. Yeah, I'm a crossover gang. AI. Yeah, we be skipping over all of your verses just like the CD with a playwright. Yeah, I already know if the beat is bananas, it's only right that I go ape on it. Yeah, going crazy like I'm daylight. Yeah, I'm a crossover gang. AI, yeah, we be skipping over all of your versions just like the CD with an A. Yeah, going crazy like I'm daylight. Yeah, I'm a crossover gang. AI, yeah, we be skipping over all of your versions just like the CD with a playwright. Yeah, going crazy like I'm daylight. Yeah, I'm a crossover gang. AI, yeah.
This is why you need Centex Primetime. Jalen Gillis brings the realness. Dive into the heart of sports with the most passionate commentary around. From pro to high school, Jalen's got the insight and energy you crave. Catch all the action weekdays from 5 to 7 p.m. on the Centex Sports Network, only on YouTube. Join the conversation and elevate your sports knowledge with Centex Primetime. Don't miss it.
Need video or audio solutions? Lighthouse Streaming, a full-scale media agency, can transform any event. Check this out. We're talking live streaming that's crisp and clear, event audio that hits every note, and church video and audio solutions that'll enhance worship. Corporate events, we got those on lock too. From concerts to conferences, Lighthouse Streaming and Audio makes your vision shine. Book your appointment now at lighthousestreaming.com or call 254-252-4206 for a free consultation. Let's elevate your event and light up the stage.
What's up, everybody? My name is Jalen Gillis. You may know me from Centex Sports Network. We're starting a new platform, Recruit 254. Our mission is to highlight the amazing student athletes of 254. So if you're in the Waco, Killeen, Temple, Mart, Marlin, or any surrounding 254 areas, follow this platform and join the movement. Recruit 254. 254, let's run it up.
Hello, my name is Roy Gillis, CEO of Lighthouse Streaming. and you're watching Centex Sports Network.
You got 8 seconds to prove you're worth the price of admission. And you got Baylor Scott and White Health along for the ride. So square up. You got this.
RJ's Bargain Center is your home team for appliances at unbeatable prices. From refrigerators to washers, dryers to stoves, you'll find brand new appliances with huge discounts. And just like your favorite local teams, RJ's is proud to support our community and local sports. Score your savings today at RJ's Bargain Center, 711 Lynn Street, Waco. Call 254-224-6178. RJ's Bargain Center, where big savings are always a home run.
I've looked back at MCC with all these kids coming out here, these men and women starting their lives out here, starting their dreams and their visions of what they want to do for their family. It's the foundation for our community.
The plan is to go win.
Yes, sir.
Our girls set a goal that they wanted to win a national championship. They wanted to win a conference championship. That's been on the table from day one. And now we put ourselves in a position to do that.
Pitch hit in the air and deep to left field. Going back is Rayvon Morgan at the wall. He leaps and he makes the catch for the third out.
Too much to give in. If you think it's over, then let's start it again. The planet's alive, the stars burn bright, the sun goes down, we keep going all night. Don't back down, the moment is now. Don't miss out, we're never turning around. That is your
Going back into it, it'll go all the way to the wall. One run is scored. Rounding to the third, coming home to score is Aiden Cooney.
Catch me if you can. We're renegades.
It's this one in the air, in right field. It is treetop call and over the wall.
We're renegades. We're renegades. We're renegades. Listen up, listen up.
Hits the first pitch down the right field side. That's going to be it. Touching third and coming home is the winning run, Carson Boca. Give a RBI double to Blake Hansen. Get behind it and walk it off and win by a score of 10-9.
We're renegades. Yeah. Yeah. Rappers really don't want beef with me. Trust me, I can beat you easily. Suckers get DDT'd. I've been swinging for the fences since I was in Little League. I'm at their neck like a guillotine. Ooh, Langston Hughes with the verses. Hook something like a ring, no. Baby girl, I ain't got time to chase you. I've been chasing dreams, whoa. I'm going crazy like I'm daylight, yeah. I'm a crossover gang, AI, yeah. We be skipping over all of your verses just like the CD with a playwright, yeah. I already know if the beat is bananas, it's only right that I go ape on it, yeah. Going crazy like I'm daylight, yeah. I'm a crossover gang, AI, yeah. We be skipping over all of your versions just like the CD with an A, yeah. Going crazy like I'm daylight, yeah. I'm a crossover gang, AI, yeah. We be skipping over all of your versions just like the CD with a playwright, yeah. Going crazy like I'm daylight, yeah. I'm a crossover gang, AI, yeah.
This is why you need Centex Primetime. Jalen Gillis brings the realness. Dive into the heart of sports with the most passionate commentary around. From pro to high school, Jalen's got the insight and energy you crave. Catch all the action weekdays from 5 to 7 p.m. on the Centex Sports Network, only on YouTube. Join the conversation and elevate your sports knowledge with Centex Primetime. Don't miss it.
Need video or audio solutions? Lighthouse Streaming, a full-scale media agency, can transform any event. Check this out. We're talking live streaming that's crisp and clear, event audio that hits every note, and church video and audio solutions that'll enhance worship. Corporate events, we got those on lock too. From concerts to conferences, Lighthouse Streaming and Audio makes your vision shine. Book your appointment now at lighthousestreaming.com or call 254-252-4206 for a free consultation. Let's elevate your event and light up the stage.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back into Friday Night Flex, as we're here to update you guys on everything going around Central Texas football-wise here on the high school level. Want to thank everybody that's been tuning in with us. Make sure you guys like and share the stream. Still got another hour here left on the show, as we're going to give you guys some more analysis on not only high school, we're going to talk a little bit of college. Y'all just heard us in the room a second ago eating a little lunch, talking a little football as well, talked about the Cowboys, talked a little bit about Shador. But we're going to get back to the high school tips. Still joined here by Wayne Walker and Rocky Miller as we get ready to go through some more of these games. Let's give you guys some score updates since the last time we were in here in the room. Some scores have changed. In the middle of the third quarter, Harker Heights and Midway in a battle right now, tied at 14 apiece. Fellas, we said this was going to be a dogfight between these two teams. This is a district game. Everything goes out the window. Record goes out the window. All of that when this happens. What do y'all think about Harker Heights and Midway being tied up right now?
I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised because I thought with the explosive offense of Midway, the way they've had their way offensively in pre-district, and so to have that kind of explosive offense and out of district play, to come in district play and then really struggle for the most part because they were just behind with a Harker Heights team. I'm certainly hoping they can pull it out as get the victory.
This man over here trying to watch the college football
game. Get the victory.
Watching Chad Moore, son.
As it's on right now. Kind of got stuck, but
no, I was just watching Virginia, who's doing a wonderful job against
Virginia's good.
What is Florida State ranked?
Number 9, I think. Number 8 or number 9.
And I know where I know that guy from. That's the kid that played at TCU, that got his position took by
Josh Hoover.
Yes.
Yeah, I believe so.
That's him.
Yeah,
that's him.
Yeah.
That's why I know
him. He played for my Eagles, Mean Green out there at UNT. That's where I knew him from. But no,
that wasn't a touchdown.
But to Midway's point, I think they're kind of going through something you spoke about earlier with Gatesville. Midway hasn't played a lot of top-tier competition in their pre-district schedule. They play some competitive teams, but they haven't played the type of competition they're getting ready to play now, taking on a Harker Heights team and then dogfighting. Wayne talked about it. When you're in those district games, the pre-district no longer matters at that point. It's about who can go out there and win, and Heights is the reigning district champ right now.
And then you're facing teams that's familiar with you that's going to play you every year.
Yep.
So they know what you bring and you know what they bring, so it's going to be a dogfight. So, like we said, we'll see if someone pulls off in the second half of this game. But right now, it's 14-14, dogfight.
Colleen Shoemaker and Temple in a dogfight as well. 14-13 lead for Temple. Both of those teams undefeated. That should be a really great finish. San Angelo Central right now getting the best of Waco High. They're up 34-6. University and Lampasas. University's got a 7-point lead as they're in the halftime now over Lampasas. Wayne, what do you think about the Trojans right now being competitive and getting the best of this 4-0 Lampasas team?
When we first started talking about this and you saw my Lampasas was 3-0, they hadn't played anybody.
Yeah.
Who you play? Ain't no, in that area anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Star Texas football team, or I don't know, but anyway, I knew they were going to have their hands full with University. I look for University to pull off in the second half in this game, or we may get a Lampasas team that's at home that's trying to battle. It might be homecoming for them. So
they definitely trying to get their.
That's not working.
Let's not mention homecoming.
That's not working in the favor of the Waco High Lions right now. So.
Unfortunately,
let's go on to Belton and Cuero. They're in a interesting battle there. Is Cuero in the same division as Belton?
No, Cuero is, I believe, under 3A Division 1, I think. But they're a power. They're in state every year, just about in 3A. So yeah, they're playing the lower. Belton really reaching down, kind of playing a Cuero team, but
maybe trying to sneak them out of Vega.
Yeah, trying to sneak it.
And it looks like La Vega and Stephenville is playing a slot machine. They scoring I look up
47 points at halftime.
Yeah, they
at halftime.
Who was that?
Stephenville.
It was 41-6. I look up, it's 41-14. I look back up, it's 41-47. Again, don't look like anybody's playing any defense. It doesn't look like the Vegas
playing much defense. Yeah, Stephenville, as Wayne alluded to before we started, they was going to have a handful with them boys. It's
I'm
everything.
just telling you, man. Them boys out there, man. There's some bull riding going on out there. They in the trenches. You just know they're gonna be bigger than LaVega.
You think you can see Art Browse back coaching somewhere like a Stephenville where he was before? I know he got back into high school coaching for a little bit on the lower level, but he's been essentially blackballed from almost every level of football. Could y'all see him coaching in high school again? Somewhere like his alma mater?
I remember him trying to be in high school, and then he
was at Mount Pleasant for a while.
Yeah.
And my problem with that is wherever he goes, he's going to get a lot of attention. I think he's kind of been ran off a lot of times, and he don't want the attention for his teams and for him, so he just kind of stepped down. But his desire has always been to coach. Because once you're a coach, that's what you want to do.
And he's one of the best.
What I will say, it seemed like to me if he would have gotten an opportunity, the place he would have gotten opportunities out there at your Red Raiders.
And I wanted him to hire him. I did want him to hire him.
They actually missed the boat in hiring him as a college coach. They could have had him.
He was on the coaching
staff.
When he was leaving Sam Houston. He was on the coaching staff.
When he was leaving Sam, he could have went to.
When he was leaving Houston.
Houston.
Not Sam. And it was his desire to go there.
And they chose. I forget who they chose. They chose a guy that ended up firing him. No,
right before Mike Leach.
Kingsbury.
Oh yeah.
It was right before they hired Mike Leach, right?
Yeah.
Before Texas Tech hired Mike
that's
Leach.
right. It was the senator, man. What is his name?
Tuberville. That's who.
Yeah. And then eventually moved on to Mike Leach and the air raid offense after that. Let's look at a couple more of these games. China Spring and Brownwood at halftime tied up at 10 apiece. That game looked like it's going really competitively. Connally down 21-25 against Athens. I know that's going to be a really tough opponent. This Robinson offense looking like they've been looking all year. 49-16 lead on Hillsborough right now at halftime. That offense has been rocking and rolling. We've been talking about this District 12. Robinson right in there is going to be right in the top of that mix as far as contention within that District 12 because of their high-powered offense as well. Gatesville and Burnett, only a 7-0 lead against Burnett. I think Rocky said they was going to be up pretty big at this point as he talked about their pre-district schedule. West handling Mark right now up 42-0.
No, that's Marlin. Let's not give
Marlin. Excuse me. My bad.
Let's give Marlin their credit.
Let's give them their credit. They earned that 42-0. Let me make sure I give them their credit. Whitney down big against Little River Academy, 42-12.
That's a surprising.
That's definitely a surprising
result right there.
Whitney 3-1, Academy 1-3. So definitely a surprising result. Rockdale up against Grosbeck, 27-14. Mahia and the Yeomen, both teams really need a win. Right now, the Yeomen up 21-18. Yeah, in a tussle right now at halftime. McGregor and Fairfield, this offense for Fairfield looking like it's been looking. They're up 40-14 at halftime. That Fairfield offense has been on fire.
You think they may get to their 60-point season average?
Yeah, they on a good track. They got 40 at half. They on a good track to be able to do that. The team that they're going to be playing next week, Teague and Bullard right now in a battle. Bullard up 14-12. Maypearl and Troy. Troy's been playing decent so far this year. They're up 27-17 on Maypearl. Clifton, who's a surprising 3-1 team, they're up 21-0 on Blooming Grove, looking like they're about to move to 4-1. Get to some of these lower levels. Axtell handling Dawson 44-0.
You went over Hamilton and San Saba.
Yes, my bad. I didn't see the San Saba and Hamilton 10-6. I don't know where San Saba is.
San Saba is out where that kind of west.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought that was a Spanish team.
It's out there where Hamilton is.
I thought that was a Spanish team. San Saba.
And Axtell
and Dawson. Axtell up big. Bosqueville and Itasca. Bosqueville undefeated, a sneaky team in this area that's been playing good football in the 2A Division I. They're up 44-0. Valley Mills and Italy Valley Mills up 32-0. I don't know if they ever caught them ostriches in Valley Mills. I don't know anybody in Valley Mills to see if they did or not, but they had a bunch of ostriches.
Yeah,
they got loose in Valley Mills.
Yeah.
I hope they caught them. If not, it's a bunch of baby ostriches running around somewhere. McGregor and Fairfield, I already said that one. Fairfield's up big. Leon and Bruceville Eddy. Leon handling Bruceville Eddy right now, 36-6. Crawford and Highland in a battle. Crawford up 14-13. That game already in the fourth quarter. They must have been running the ball. I don't think they called a timeout or anything if they already in the fourth.
Moody must be playing a youth football team.
Yeah, they playing the Centex Outlaws. That sound like
homeschool.
Yeah, that sound like the East Waco Lions. But that sound like a little league school team. Brian Brazos Christian up 14-0 on Riesel. Rosebud Lot up 7-0 on Normandy. Mart, we got them right this time. They're up 6-0 on the Bremont team. Is ranked number 2 in the state. Mart.
Seems like they're finding their mojo.
Yeah, you can't count them out.
That's about pride.
Yeah. You can't count Mart out. They had a 1-2 start and everybody wrote them off. Well, you can't write these guys off just yet. Chilton, one of my favorite teams to watch on this lower level. They're up 7-0 against Goldwaith. Frost and Wortham. Frost got a 21-0 lead. Meridian up against Hubbard 10-0. And as we get to some six-man football, Aquila up 48-8 against Jonesboro. Bynum and Blum battling it out 28-24 in that game. Oglesby up 42-16 on Coolidge. And Mount Calm, we got a final score. They won 50-0 against Penelope. May beats Iredale 60-13. And Vanguard in a tough shootout right now with the Austin Royals homeschool, 44-42 lead for Austin Royals homeschool in that game. So lots of great games.
What's the Bosqueville score?
Bosqueville is handling Itasca right now. They're up 34-0 in that game. Yeah, Bosqueville undefeated, man. They're one of those teams in 2A Division II. Talk a lot about Bremont and Mark, but Bosqueville is going to be right there with those guys. I believe they've been playing some really good football. So those are some of the scores and updates from around what's going on. When these teams come out of halftime, we'll give you guys some live look-ins on China Spring versus Brownwood and also Lampasas University once they come out of halftime as well. But while they're in halftime, I want to talk a little bit of college football, fellas. We got a good slate of games coming up this Saturday on the college football level. I want to get you guys' opinion on a couple of these games that we have lined up.
Let me get my pen and paper out so I can make sure I get my bets right. Wayne.
So we can get, because Wayne been on a heater right now, so we're going to start with him. First off, a game that I'm getting ready to turn into over here on this TV, Arizona State and TCU. Still early, super early in that game. TCU already up 14-0 in the second quarter of that one. I picked TCU when Rocky was on here a couple of days ago in this game. What do y'all think about the Horned Frogs right now being up 14-0?
I would have picked TCU too. You know, Sonny Dykes, the son of my former head coach, and a guy that was always on the field with me at Texas Tech. Man, I'm a root for him all day. But he's a big offensive type of guy that's gonna put the ball in there. And they got a lot to prove from the season that they had last year.
Oh, yeah.
And 2 years ago being in the national championship game, I think it was, in the Final Four. And
national championship game.
Walker, when you went to Texas Tech, I want to say this right quick. They were running the wishbone, huh? When you first got there.
When I first went there, I was.
You talked. How did you talk them out of that wishbone, Walker?
Well, when you get to losing a lot, like we did in my freshman year. And you got a guy out there with 4.2 speed out there. Well, I'm going to tell you the first thing about it. The first practice I go to, they try to put me at one of the tailbacks. They had me going out there. I'm 5'9", 155 pounds, 160 pounds. They got me going down there trying to block this end. The guy named Tim Crawford, who went to the Jets in the second round. Tim Crawford, 6'6", about 270, 275. And this was during the time of the steroid era. They wasn't testing for steroids.
You snitching now, huh?
Yeah. But this, I'm not saying he was on him because he went to the NFL. But man, I'm just saying.
Somebody was on him.
Everybody out there was.
You didn't know who was on what.
You didn't know. You just didn't know. And so, man,
I thought you was snitching, Walk. I was like, man,
but
you gonna do Tim like that?
No, Tim had muscles coming out his ears, man. But
So you made a business decision when they tried to make you block.
Well, I told him I was one of the top 5. This is the pitch I gave him after that first practice. You can send me home because I came out here to play receiver. I didn't come out here to play running back, and I'm not gonna be blocking. I'm a deep guy. I'm a deep guy.
Yeah.
I go deep. That's what you recruited me for, to play receiver. And if I'm not playing receiver tomorrow, I'm leaving. And that was my pitch. And next thing you know, I was out there playing receiver.
I was about to say, I think you might have been playing receiver the next game.
Yeah, so, I mean, but
y'all can credit Walker for breaking up the wishbone in Texas Tech.
You can thank him for breaking up the wishbone.
No, man, the wishbone was a wonderful offense, man.
Yeah, they got a whole documentary about the wishbone out right now, man. Them dudes barely walking.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what broke up the wishbone. Our head coach got fired that same year after about 6 games. Jerry Moore, and he got fired probably about after 6 games, and then that's when the wishbone went in the toilet.
After that, air raid offense started to come.
They flushed it.
Yeah, it started to come out after that. Rock, I'm gonna come to you on this next one, man. Illinois and USC. Right now, USC is a 6.5-point favorite. Illinois is at home. What do you think about this matchup? Both teams ranked. USC undefeated. Jaden Mavia has been playing pretty good football so far this year.
You know, now this is when it's tough because USC travels to Illinois. Mm-hmm. They're going to be in that West Coast clock. They get started at 9 o'clock. Mm-hmm. Illinois is coming off of a spanking they took from Indiana.
Absolute beatdown.
Again. I don't even know what the point spread on this game is.
6.5.
USC?
Yeah, 6.5 towards USC.
I got to think USC is the better team.
Don't think it. Take it.
Yeah, USC is the better team here. I just think it's going to take them a while to wake up coming from the West Coast. But they'll wake up by the second half, and they'll be able to have their way. Maiava is a great quarterback, and Illinois didn't show me much last week.
Not at all. Yeah, I got USC in this one, and I'm taking USC on the points. Illinois, you get, the snot beat out of you like that on national television.
Why they still ranked 23rd, though? That's what I don't
absolutely no idea why they ranked 23rd.
Let me tell you this. So USC seen film from last week. USC runs a similar offense. They're all about spread offense. They got a capable quarterback, and they got the type of skill positions that can go out and duplicate what Indiana did. Mm-hmm. Okay? So they're going to beat them big. And then you got a team like Illinois, right? Coming off a tough victory, where you don't even want to go to class the next week. Yeah. You don't even show your face on campus, because you took a whooping like that.
Yeah.
So my thing with that is you got to have a little pride, but I think the pride will only last for the first half. I think the second half USC going to put something on them, like Rocky said, and then I think...
So Walker, would you think it would be good to take the Illinois +3 in the first half, something like that, or do you still take USC?
I still take USC.
And even in the first half?
Yeah. Because one thing about it is, as a football player, once you start to getting down, it only takes them 7 points. Now, if USC come out and pop them again for 7 points, with college students, you be saying, damn, hear the same old thing happening again.
Can the prognosticators really be that wrong?
About Illinois?
Yeah.
I don't know about the prognosticators. I don't know about what they predict. I can tell you what I predict. And I know I played. I don't know if the guys that's predicting played any ball, but
they in Vegas, man.
Yeah. But they have to win your money.
Gotcha.
They have to win your money, so they gonna tell you whatever you want to hear to win your money.
I think Illinois is a decent team for the Big Ten, but if you put them against another good team in the Big Ten, you're gonna get the result that they just got.
Like I said, Mendoza literally lit them up.
And Mendoza looks like one of the best quarterbacks in college right now.
So I think I'm with you. I think Mavia is capable. Maybe even a better version of Mendoza.
They got the same skill set. They got the same skill. And in some instances, you would say USC and Indiana, on that offensive side of the ball had the same type of
for sure.
players
They
and
mirror
same
one
type-
another.
Yeah, they mirror. Yeah,
Yeah.
So I'm
They got
taking
McCollum and
USC.
Indiana got
and I
Surratt.
don't think they had the defensive backs or the defense to
No.
to deal with those guys.
Especially after seeing what we saw last week. Here's another one for you. I'll go to you this time, Wayne. Notre Dame and Arkansas. Arkansas is 2-2. They're playing at home against Notre Dame. Notre Dame 1-2, but we know those two losses are to an A&M team we think is pretty good and to a Miami team that I think is really good. That's their two losses in this game. Notre Dame is favored, even though they're on the road. Arkansas, tough loss against Memphis. They were up by 20-something, almost 30. Memphis comes back and wins that game. Taylor Green has looked like one of the better quarterbacks in college football, but their team hasn't been able to put it together. Who do you like in this one? Notre Dame and Arkansas.
I'm taking Notre Dame in this game.
Okay.
I'm taking Notre Dame for this reason. I had a tough schedule, and if they want to get into the college football playoffs, which they had a desire to do from the beginning of the year, they cannot lose. They cannot lose another game. They cannot lose 3 games and get in there. With 2, you still may have a chance, an outside chance if you can go undefeated from here on out. But
you had the pleasure of playing in Fayetteville?
Yeah, in Little Rock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. My first year we went to Little Rock. My second time, because the next year they come there. First year we go there, and so it's home and home. So and we went to Little Rock, and man, I never want to play there again. The field is so close to the stands, and I think they was throwing bottles and everything at our bus when we drove in. So I never want to play there again.
Can a team like Notre Dame be intimidated by that atmosphere?
No.
Okay.
No,
they play in the Big Ten.
No,
where they see.
And they played in the national. They played in the national championship game last year.
Yeah, they did just a few months ago. Yeah, I'm with you. I like Notre Dame in this game. No consistency from Arkansas. That's the real. I like Taylor Green. I think he's one of the best athletes in the nation, but no consistency I've seen from Arkansas at all. So I got to take Notre Dame, even though they're on the road. Rock, who you like in this one?
No, I got Notre Dame in this game right here.
I'll even take them on the 3.5 points. Let's go to the games that are the more interesting ones that are going to be good games this coming up weekend. Ole Miss and LSU. This is a super fun one. I told my sis who goes to LSU that if it was at LSU, I would have tried to go to that game tomorrow. But it's an Ole Miss. I ain't finna go out there to Mississippi and kick with none of them folks. So, but this is a super close game. Ole Miss ranked 13 in the country. LSU ranked number 4 in the country. LSU, I think, is one of the better teams in the SEC. Ole Miss right there behind them. They're playing at home right now. Ole Miss is favored. I guess that's because they're playing at home. Ole Miss is the 2.5-point favorite. I still like LSU in this game. I like LSU in this one. I think the quarterback position is better with Garrett Nussmeier. I think they have a better complement of receivers with Aaron Anderson and all those guys and Braxton Brown that's there at LSU. For those reasons, I'll take LSU. Rock, who you like in this one?
I like LSU as well. I hate to piggyback all your picks, but I just think LSU is a solid team. I think they had a better quarterback. I think they actually had a coaching edge and a better defense. So, but in Oxford can be a nasty place to play.
Absolutely.
And so they may have a rally going.
Yeah, might have more than one. Than one type of rally going on at Ole Miss. Wayne, who you like in this?
I like LSU as well. Yeah. I think LSU solidified its defense. I think they still got some work to do on the offense, but they solidified their defense to where you're not throwing. I think they got the best defensive backs in the country.
Yeah.
So I've been watching a lot of football, man, and then doing a lot of it on YouTube and just kind of watching games and there's particular teams, and LSU is one of those teams that I took a look at, and I think they legit, and I'll take LSU.
Yeah, I'll definitely take LSU.
Give me them in the points.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah, I'll take that plus 2.5. That's a good way to make up some money there on the spread. If one other team, some of these other easy ones that I'm gonna pick, that'll give me something right there with that plus. Let's look at some of these night games. 2 really good night games. The first one, Oregon at Penn State. Probably one of the toughest environments to play in is Penn State. They've got, if not the big, I think they're tied with the biggest stadium in the country out there at Penn State in Happy Valley is what they call it, man. It's going to be a whiteout game. I'm sure they all going to have on their all-white stuff. It's going to be loud out there. Oregon playing on the road.
This is a tough one for me to pick, so I actually am leaning to you guys' analysis on this one. I think Oregon is a better team than Penn State, but Penn State is a real home. That type of field is a real type of home field advantage in what they play out there.
So again, let me take this one, Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at this game, I look at two things, right, in this game. Quarterbacks, right, coaching, and then you got to look at defense. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I can't pick James Franklin. I got to go with Landry. Best, I got to
definitely go.
I say it's a push. Quarterbacks, Dante Moore has been sensational.
Absolutely.
Right? And then defense, I can't not pick Oregon Ducks based on what they've done so far this year. They're going to be able to put some stress on Drew Aller, who up to this point has not played very well.
He played horrible last week.
So again, now, what you got to look at? You got to look at the mystique of the stadium and then style of play. Style of play is going to be a contradiction to one another, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think style of play, because of weather's not going to be a factor, is actually going to benefit Oregon. They're going to force Penn State to have to put the ball in the air because Oregon is going to put points on the board. That's going to have them playing out of character. That's going to have Drew Aller in a very stressful situation, which is going to play right into the hands of the Oregon defense. I got Oregon on this one. What is the point spread? Because I hadn't even looked.
3.5 going towards the Nittany Lions.
Oh, man. Yeah, that may be a hell of a parlay I can put. You mean I get Notre Dame
on the plus,
and I get the Oregon Ducks?
And LSU on the plus.
Oh, man, that may be a parlay.
Hey. What we eating this weekend, Rocker? What we eating on Sunday? Saturday,
when you think about that,
yeah.
How many times a year are you going to be able to get those three teams as the underdog in a game? That I see them as actually each team being able to pull it out. So I'll even say this as a guy who bets. Mm-hmm. You're not going to get value like this no more.
No, throughout the rest of the season, no.
And even if this is a bet that even if you put 5 or 6 units on it, and the unit is whatever you comfortable betting times 5.
Yeah.
Even if you whether it's $10, $15, whatever even if you lose this, you can go down knowing that this is the best value you will have the whole year. You won't be able to get Oregon as a
Oregon LSU
underdog
at the same time as underdogs.
No way.
Both 3-point
What
underdogs.
do you think, Walt?
Man, I want to take Penn State, but I just don't think Penn State can get it done. I want James Franklin to win a game, of this magnitude.
Yeah.
But I just don't think they can get it done because I don't think they can keep up with Oregon as far as points.
And
I think Oregon is going to go out and they're going to score at least
if it
30
was a different
40.
time of the year, if Oregon had to deal with weather, I think it could be a
Yeah. If it was snowing, ice on the field, and it was a running game type of situation. But I think the problem that Penn State is going to have is they went out and they got some guys in the portal that came in to play receiver and everything like that to replace the guys. They replace the guys. But I just don't think that's going to be enough. And I know they can run the ball, but they're going to have to do some special things.
Yeah.
They'll have to do some special things against an Oregon team that can score from anywhere on the field.
And my only reason I have doubt about it is because Dante Moore is a young quarterback. He's going to go play. This is his first time playing in an environment like this. He's played cupcakes up to this point. You're going into an environment like that. And if Penn State is able to get a lead, I know they can keep a lead.
Because they can run the ball.
Because Oregon don't have no chance of stopping Nick Singleton and Katron Allen. No chance of doing that. If it's going to be a run the entire game, we get to run the clock out. That's the only pushback. But I'm like you. I think Oregon is actually a way better team, and it's a guy that I follow.
It's just the big play capabilities of Oregon over the run style and of Penn State.
Penn
State. The Nittany Lions. So I'm taking Oregon in this game.
Yeah, I have to lean towards Oregon because I think they're just a better team, just straight up and down.
Yeah.
And I've seen some plays from Drew Aller last week that if it was anybody else, somebody's probably getting. He's throwing the football into the dirt multiple times against bad teams.
Don't get me wrong. I want to take Penn State, But I just don't think they're gonna be able to.
Oregon
keep up.
look great.
If they go out, if Penn State goes out,
Man,
and
you get 3 points, man. That's my deal. You get 3 points in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't no good type of play right there from Tommy Castellanos. But yeah, I'm leaning with you guys. I'm leaning towards Oregon on this game. But I know that's going to be. You play at Happy Valley at nighttime, strange things can happen.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, I don't see Oregon getting intimidated, and I'm gonna tell you why I don't see Oregon getting intimidated, because they play in front of the same type of crowd. But that white. But
it's an extra 30,000 people in Penn State than it is at
yeah,
Oregon.
I know it, man.
It's extra 30,000. They got 110. They get in that stadium.
I think they got the head coach that.
I like Dan Lanning.
I think that he can get them prepared and get them ready. I'm sure they got
Can't
music.
play with 11 though.
Yeah. That is true. That is true. So that.
But once you get hit one time, all that shit go out the window. all that where you at and all that go out the window. It's strictly between the lines at that point, you know.
You kind of end up ignoring the environment and
you just play. You in it.
Yeah.
You in a fight. This is like going to the other side of town and fight. You're going to have to fight your way out of it.
Yeah, regardless.
Or not. If you don't, you're going to get beat up. Ain't that right, Rocky?
Oh, yeah.
No, you ain't lying about that. So that's going to be a super fun game. The other night game is going to be a really good game. Alabama Crimson Tide going down to the Georgia Bulldogs on Saturday night. 6:30 game. Georgia is a 2.5-point favorite in this game. Georgia's defense has not looked the best to start this season. Alabama's offense has looked better, I'll say, than what it did in week 1 against Florida State, but they also haven't played anybody. I like the Bulldogs in this game. I don't know if Alabama will be able to score as much as Georgia is going to be able to score. I think Georgia has shown that they can put points up on the board, and they're playing at home. Wayne, what you think about this one?
I'm going with Georgia. I think Georgia surprised me when they played somebody in
Tennessee.
And they put the points on the board, you know. Oh, wow. Tommy Castellanos does it again. Yeah. Corner of the end zone, 30 seconds left to tie the game
You go for 2 here, Walker, or do you go ahead and kick it?
I'm going for 2, man.
You in Virginia. Let's get out of here. Let's go for 2 and let's get out of here.
This is a catch is my question.
Yeah. My thing is why you didn't quarterback draw.
None of those 4 tries.
All that ball moving.
Got to be indisputable evidence.
That's a catch. Right?
You can't see the ball nowhere.
That's stripe. That stripe ain't moved, is it?
Yeah, it ain't moved. That's a catch.
Yes,
it
look like
head right up underneath it. His head right up underneath it.
Yeah, you got him, Walker.
Yeah, but you can go ahead with Georgia and Alabama. What you were saying about?
But I'm going Georgia.
Yeah.
Again, I want Alabama to win. I'm tired of hearing about, but I want Alabama to win. But I think Georgia's going to win this game. Georgia impressed me with what they scored on Tennessee, and
me too.
And everybody was saying if Tennessee scored this amount of points, Georgia's not going to be able to keep up. Georgia kept up.
Yeah, they did.
And I think Georgia has a better defense than what Alabama has.
Yeah.
So
a lot of them dudes in Alabama look to be overrated.
I'm saying.
Now I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. I'm gonna take Alabama in this one.
Okay.
When I look at what Georgia should have lost.
To Tennessee?
Yeah, they should have lost.
Yeah, they should have lost.
I don't think you can play with fire like that. I don't think you can expose that kind of. I don't think you can give. To me, what Alabama can do is just what Tennessee can do.
And I think Alabama has better skill positions than Tennessee.
Definitely.
But I just don't think the quarterback is going to be able to play, and I think they're going to put pressure on him, and it's going to be up to quarterback play.
Yeah, I don't know if, even though they are going to have better skill position, I don't think Ty Simpson is as good as Joey Aguilar. And just what I've seen so far this year, Joey Aguilar at Tennessee has been lighting everybody up. Ty Simpson has lit up the sorry teams. We watched him against Florida State. He didn't do much of nothing. So that's the only reason. But I get what you're saying. The skill position players are better for Alabama.
Yeah, but you got to have a quarterback. The only difference is you have to have a quarterback to do it.
Yeah, Alabama's got a good team. They just don't have a quarterback. I think if Milroe was playing on this team, Alabama would be a top 3 team in the nation probably. We'd be talking about Alabama as far as being one of the good teams if they had Miro on this team. Because I think the team they have around them this year is better than what they had last year.
You have an athlete at quarterback that can get you out of bad situations.
If they had Miro still, I think it would have been.
Like I said, I wasn't impressed with Georgia's defense.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't impressed.
We got to look in here. Look, the Badgers against the Trojans is 21-21.
Yeah,
down in Lampasas, Texas.
Y'all been to I know y'all been to Lampasas. You don't have to drive through it, but I've been down there. They used to be in our district, I think, when I was in middle school.
Trojans with the ball, huh? Or is that Lampasas? Who is that?
Lean over that way so you can get in camera.
Okay, that's Lampasas with the ball because I know Savoy is a little taller than that.
Yeah, 6'5" out there playing quarterback. No, that looks like the U. That's the U with the ball.
Okay.
Because they in the white.
Okay, yeah, that's
so
right.
University with the ball right now is giving you guys a live look in here at what's going on. Looks like they got 5.5 left to go
and 13,
in the third. Behind the sticks once again, though. See what type of play U-Dog's able to make right here. They try to draw up the middle. That didn't go.
It's called a punt. That's what it's.
No, it's 4th and 1, man. You got to go for this, man.
I thought it was 21. It said 3rd and 21. Yeah, you got to go for this.
4th and 2. Savoy 6'5". If you just give him the ball and say
I say they give it to London right here. That's what they did the other game.
But they playing press.
I mean,
and they got him to the single side too. He's single up by himself.
Oh, they don't fumble the snap. Oh yeah. Oh, timeout before. Oh, flag before might have saved him. False start saved him.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a turnover on down. Now you can punt it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a turnover on down.
But I don't like what they doing. I don't like what they doing offensively. I don't like you putting your best receiver single man over there.
Get him near the ball.
Unless you're doing it as a decoy.
Isn't that the hardest throw on the field, though, Walker?
To the wide side of the field?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying.
But doesn't you give your guy the most space on that side of the field?
You give him a lot of space.
But if you put him closer in, you can go left, you can go in or out, right?
Yeah. And then you gotta be able to be creative and put him in motion. And if you start from the wide side of the field and put him in motion and put your other three guys on the other side, I don't know. You just have to be creative as offense coordinator when you have guys. I would do so much with him. I would put him in the slot. I put him in the backfield. I put him in motion, which makes the defense declare what they're going to play once you put him in motion. So you already know what you're looking at. I would use motion on every play if I was an offense coordinator almost.
And you see a lot of guys do
almost
that.
like the Rams.
Yeah, I was just about to say the Rams use it every single play.
The Rams do it.
The Bills do a lot of it.
The Bills do a lot of it. A lot of the successful teams do it.
Yeah, Kansas City for years did a lot of it.
Yeah.
Man, they finna let Morris go down here and win a game. I don't know, UVA. Maybe they should have went for that too. Like Rocky was talking about.
No, you can't win. You can't win with two. You still lose with a field goal. So
yeah, you do.
The
risk is the same. Yeah, UVA might pull one out. One more college game here before we move on from a little bit of college. The night game, the night game, which is BYU and the Colorado Buffaloes. We just talked about Colorado a little bit. Buffaloes are 6.5-point underdogs in this game. BYU is undefeated. Looks like he threw a pick.
He threw a pick.
Yeah. BYU undefeated in this game. They're 3-0. Taking on a Colorado team that struggled. Caden Salter did play better, to Rocky's point, against Wyoming. Now he's back thrown into the mix here. So, Rock, I'll go to you, man. What do you think about BYU versus Colorado tomorrow night, the late game? BYU's a 6.5-point favorite against the Buffs.
I'm going to say the Buffs. I don't think either team has been impressive through 3 games. I don't think we really know who BYU is. If we take a look at their schedule, click on BYU and see if we could take a look at their schedule. You know, they play Portland. Like I say, East Carolina beat an Army team that lost to Tarleton.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, at this point, and again, let's look at resume. If we look at resume, Colorado has played stiffer competition, and they've played them closer, in my opinion. Even though the Houston game was 36-20. Let's be really honest here. Playing that walk-on quarterback kind of put the game in a really bad situation. It had Colorado playing uphill. I think as Caden Salters gets more comfortable, he's going to be better. And you're getting 6 points. I got to take Colorado.
Taking Colorado on the points. I'm rooting for Colorado, but I'm leaning towards BYU only because Colorado can't stop the run, and L.J. Martin is one of the best running backs in the Big 12. So for that reason, I got to take BYU in this game. Obviously, I'll be rooting for the Buffs, but I can't pick them in that one. Wayne, who you like?
I'm taking BYU. I mean, them big Samoans on that line, man.
And them
push them boys
big,
all
bro.
over the place. This is they can't stop the run, okay? Yeah. And just like I always tell you, Colorado is gonna get everybody's best shot. The Cowboys gonna get because you know you're gonna be on national TV. You know it's gonna get a lot of attention. And this is the biggest game by far. The stadium is going to be rocking.
Yes.
You know, so for that reason, I love. I don't never want Colorado to lose unless they're playing Texas Tech.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
They don't play them this year.
No,
they don't.
But I don't ever want them to lose. I don't want my boy to lose. But I just personnel wise, I just don't think they can stop the run. They still hadn't fix their trenches yet. Until they can fix their trenches, it's gonna be a long season for them, man.
Yeah, it's like Caden Salters, I think has things that can elevate Colorado, and they'll play better than they did in that U of H game. But it's just stopping the run for me. I just don't see if you can't stop the run, how you gonna stop a running L.J. Martin guy and you weren't able to stop Haynes King or any of those guys. Not downplaying Haynes King because he's good, but you weren't able to stop Dean Connors, the white running back from U of H. I don't expect you to stop L.J. Martin. I just don't see how that could work. Let's see if we can catch another live look in up here. Looks like this one is the university game. I'll see if we can get back to the China Spring game as well and catch some of those guys.
Looks like Lampasas scored a touchdown since we last looked in.
Yeah, they looks like they did. Lampasas scored once again. Now the Trojans trying to come back in this game. I'm going to give you guys some quick updates on some of the other games as we're getting closer towards the end of a lot of games here. Harker Heights and Midway tied up at 21 apiece with just a couple minutes left to go in the game as we see a live look in here. Now you see a live looking over at the China Spring game. China Spring looks like they have the ball trying to tie this game up against a Brownwood team that's trying to get back in the win column. They just lost big against La Vega last week, trying to get back in the win column against China Spring.
Does this give you some indication to who is the best team in District 12?
Yeah, somewhat, but the matchups are going to determine more for me when these teams match up against each other. Because as bad as China Spring has looked at times, La Vega's playing a Stephenville team that we know is better than them, but they're getting the brakes beat off them, similar to Salina. So I got to see these teams match up with one another in order to really get a true analysis on who's going to be able to do what as we get further in the season.
If you want to talk about being battle tested, I think La Vega's been battle tested more than anybody.
Nobody's playing the hardest pre-district than them. Probably in the state of Texas.
Yeah.
Nobody's probably playing the harder pre-district.
And they've done all these games this on the road.
Yeah, on the road.
And then if you think about Brownwood, they beat a Brownwood team last week, and China Spring is struggling with that team. So at Gordonwood Stadium in Brownwood, but
Vega's still the cream of the crop right now.
Yeah.
Until somebody knocks them
off. And like I said, man, none of that matters when you playing non-district. But when you get into district play, it's a whole.
It's another season.
Yeah, it's a whole different set of values that you have as far as a player. So,
yeah, it's a whole nother season that starts as Florida State and UVA look like they're going into overtime. Let me give you guys some more.
They're in overtime.
Yeah, in overtime. I mean,
coming up there, Houston and Oregon State is. I may be able to make some money on this one since they're playing next.
Houston's a 12.5 point favorite.
Oh no, that's too many.
Exactly. That's why I stayed away from it. I ain't even bring them up.
Oklahoma State?
For Oregon State.
Oh yeah.
I know they're gonna beat Oregon State because Oregon State is absolutely horrible. But
Oregon State better
12 and a half.
than Colorado? Ooh,
No.
that's a nice play right there, Walker.
He missed
That
it.
fell apart.
Yeah, kick a field goal.
But no. Oregon State's not better than anybody. I think that Oregon State is the same as Oklahoma State. They
University.
competing for the worst teams in Power 4.
Punted the ball.
Yeah, it looks like the U-Dogs punted the ball away, and Lampass is gonna get the ball back
With a minute left?
in the third. In the third, yeah, they still got
Man.
time. Yeah,
they ain't getting back to Waco till tomorrow.
yeah.
Football's changed. I told you that. I mean,
What time you say y'all be done? What?
man, we done at 9:45.
That's how you know you running that pill.
It's 9:32 right now.
Hey,
Yeah.
Walker, tell him. You able to get home and watch the highlights?
Yeah. You get on, watch your highlights at 10:30.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
the
10:30,
sports show
yeah.
come on at 10,
Yep.
about 10:35,
10:30,
10:40, something
You're
like that. You,
Get home and watch the news.
Yeah,
KWTX, see who's on the
oh
news
man, that's
tonight.
me, man. That's me. That's me.
Harker Heights and Midway. Harker Heights just took a 3-point lead, up 24-21, with just 56 seconds left to go in that game. So shows you, man, those district games are a whole nother.
Those Midway Panthers have a fantastic finish in them.
Yeah.
What the heck was that? The U-Dogs. Get the sack.
Yeah, much needed sack in that game. Colleen, Shoemaker, and Temple tied at 28 apiece with just 4 minutes left. So another team.
I love the
within that
situation
district.
they have in overtime. You know, I love to be down 3 with the ball.
Oh, yeah. If you kick a field goal, you got to be thinking win. If the other team kicks a field goal first in overtime, you got to be thinking
the
win.
way I look is if I pick up a first down, then I get to go into 4 down territory. I just got to get one first down, and then I get to play for only the win at that point. Do you agree with that strategy, Walker? If I get a first down?
Yeah. It depends on. They've been moving the ball out of that game, okay? So now you got Florida State on their heels, you know, and the quarterback has been running. See, now you go into a 3rd and long, though.
Well, see, here's the situation, though. I think they should have passed it on 2nd down because, Chandler Morris has played a really good game. He's used a combination of his leg and his arm. But I don't think that he's had to pass many times in must-pass situations.
Or in the red zone.
I think, what's his 3rd down? Oh, well, see, we can't see it. But if we were to look at his 3rd down conversions, I don't think they've been very good on 3rd down, if I had to guess. 3rd down efficiency.
They blitzing
7 for 13
they
on
blitzing
3rd down.
right now.
It's about half. No, UVA scored on a lot of big plays tonight.
Well, they turned the ball over about 4
and they've
times.
turned the ball over a lot.
So
And now that
They've been better than I thought on 3rd down.
well, yeah, and then they're playing with no pressure here in overtime because if you lose, you were supposed to lose. Florida, all the pressure's on Florida State right now. They're stepping up to the call. They finna kick a field goal to tie
Surprised
us
that's
up.
not picked. That should have been a pick.
that should have been a penalty too. It should have
yeah.
been holding called too, and a pick.
But it hit the defender, though. Well, can you get holding when the ball hit the
No,
defender?
I ain't talking about on the defender. I'm talking about on the
He's
offensive
finna,
tackle.
He finna miss this kick.
On the offensive tackle.
I hate this line. I hate this kick. Like college kickers are. Tell me this, Walker. Why is this kick so hard for college?
Because
Pressure.
you look what the hashes are.
Yeah.
Look what the hashes are. You got to kick from this hash or this hash. Yeah, I hate that, man. That means you got to be a soccer style kicker.
Yeah.
Kick that.
And you have to move the ball. See,
He was getting hit before it got to
Could have
him.
been PI.
the ball wasn't catchable, really.
It wasn't, but you can't hit him first.
Going for the ball again.
The second guy looked
If
like he
you
was
got
going
your-
for
if
the
you got
ball.
your head
The
turned around,
first guy looked like he was going for
Trying
him.
to catch the ball.
I hate this kick right here.
Look at that, man.
College kickers almost never make this kick.
Look at the hashes. The hashes are.
Great
Well, he
kick,
went
though.
down the middle on him. So they going
See,
double overtime.
Well, you in the NFL, and the hashes are way in, like right in here.
Let me do a couple more score updates here. Final score: Waco High, 48-6. The San Angelo Central came out
I'm
with
not
the
even
victory.
going to the dance. I'm not going to the dance, man.
I'm not going to the dance.
Not going to the
Belton
dance.
has made a comeback on Cuero. It's 43-14 in that fourth quarter, late in the game. Stephenville still adding to the score total there on our Brow Stadium night. 54-14
It's still the
against
third
Vega.
quarter, man.
It's still the third. They
so,
got a lot of
Walker,
time.
let me ask you this. Even with a prior program like La Vega, do you go ahead and pack up and head back home right now so you can make it home for midnight?
Well, your
don't want
chances,
nobody to get hurt.
you don't want your chance because you playing next week and you start district, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is, you want to. I play my younger guys and get them some experience.
Mm-hmm.
Just run the ball and get on out of there. Just try to not, make I try not. When you're talking about trying to get out of there, and I don't want to put another layer on the cake. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to run the store. I want a 2-layer cake instead of 3-layer.
No, I
that's
get
a pretty
that.
swole cake as it is.
Yeah,
exactly.
that's a big enough cake that to
that's
take
what I'm
home
saying. I'm
already.
gonna play my younger guys, and I'm gonna try to get on out of there.
And maybe the other coach will get his horses out of there too.
Exactly.
Yeah, because he probably already has by this point. Connally and Athens still in the battle. Athens up 25-21 in that game. Robinson taking care of Hillsborough 56-16 in that one. Gatesville and Burnett. Gatesville haven't been able to pull away from Burnett just
like
yet.
that's Connally,
7-3 in that game.
That's Connally and Athens. Yeah.
It's like there's a live look in right there on Connally and athletes. And Connally, team with a lot of athletes. They're passing the ball more this year. Caden Kaufman, a guy that's in the top 5 in passing yards in the Central Texas area. So they're going to be a team that you got to deal with in as they get into district play as well. Marlin and West put a beat down on Marlin. 63-0 was the final score in West in that game. Look like they're going to start
Marlin?
West Fest.
Look like we got
West versus Marlin.
We got a cadet loose in the secondary of who they're playing.
Them proud Bulldogs.
Athens.
Them proud Bulldog fans ain't gonna be happy about that in Marlin.
No, Marlin, they don't have a lot to
They
write
got a
home about
lot
this
of
year.
pride, in
they do.
Marlin
They
about
do.
their Bulldogs, man. But it look like it's gonna be a tough year for you out there in Marlin.
The
How
Bulldogs.
many they took?
But we getting it here in Waco too. We lost on our homecoming,
yeah.
and I think that was about the only winnable game that Waco High is gonna have all year.
Yeah, because now they're getting in the district. It's only going to get tougher from that point. So we'll see what the Lions do. Fairfield still up big on McGregor, 54-14 in that game. Bullard getting ready to pull off the upset against Teague, up 21-12 against Teague in that one. Troy up 33-31 on Maypearl in the battle right now in the middle of the third. Clifton taking care of Blooming Grove, up 35-6. San Saba and Hamilton. San Saba gets the win, 17-14. Axtell gets the win over Dawson, 44-0. Bosqueville skunking out Itasca, 41-0 as that game getting ready to be over. Valley Mills up 38-0 on Italy. Leon and Bruceville Eddie. Leon gets the win, 42-14. Crawford pulls out a close victory, 21-13 over Holland. Moody gets a big-time win, 56-6 over the Centex Outlaws. Rosebud Lot up 21-0 on Normandy. Bremont has come back on mark. Just 5 minutes left in the game. Bremont up 28-12. So Bremont comes back in that game. Chilton gets a win, 14-0. Still stays undefeated on the season. The Chilton Pirates pick up another victory. Frost up 24-0 on Wortham. Meridian with a 10-0 lead, 10-6 lead late in the fourth quarter. And some six-man scores. Aquila gets the victory, 54-8. Blum up 36-24 on Bynum. Oglesby and Coolidge in a battle, 50-45 in that game. And May gets a win over Iredale, 68-13. Vanguard falls short to Austin Royals home, 74-57 in that game. So those are some of the score updates going on. You still see live looking at the Land Passes and University game. It looks like the U-Dogs tried to go deep right there in that play. Wasn't able to connect. Still plenty of time in that game. 7.5 minutes left to go. So time for those guys. To turn it around. We only got a few minutes here left on Friday Night Flex, and I want to touch a little bit of NFL while we got you guys on here. Thank you guys for those of you that stuck around with us here on Friday Night Flex so far tonight. Want to thank everybody that's been watching. We're going to talk a little bit of NFL while we got the fellas on here for a couple of more minutes, and I'll just hit some of the big games. First one, battle of two undefeated teams left in the NFC, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Both teams 3-0. Philadelphia keeps finding a way to win. Same thing can be said about Tampa Bay as they pull out a couple of close wins back-to-back. Philly favored by 3.5. Rocky, which one you leaning towards in this one, man? Philly or Tampa?
I got some money on Philly.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I ain't putting money on nobody yet, but that's where mine is leaning. Wayne, who you liking this one? Philly and Tampa Bay on Sunday. They get the noon game.
I'm taking Philadelphia. Taking Philadelphia. Yeah. And I think it's at Philadelphia.
It's in Tampa.
In Tampa?
Yeah, in Tampa.
Still taking Philly.
Me too. I'm still taking. They just keep finding a way to win. Everybody wants to blame Jalen Hurts, and the offense isn't looking good. Where they were down by 20 last week in the fourth quarter, and the offense all of a sudden started looking good. So I think Philly just does what they need to do to win.
Mike Evans is out. I think.
Mike Evans is out. Baker's banged up. He's gonna play, but he's hurt.
And Chris Godwin is coming back. I think this week, but I don't think it's gonna make a difference.
No, I don't see that one making much of a difference. A team that's surprisingly undefeated, Indianapolis Colts, 3-0 on the season. They're taking on the Los Angeles Rams in L.A. in this game. I'm leaning towards L.A. in this. I know Daniel Jones has played great so far and all of that, but I think it stops here. Matt Stafford and the Rams pull out a win for me. They a 3.5-point favorite. I'll take them on the 3.5 points. Wayne, who you liking this one?
Yeah, I'm taking Los Angeles as well, especially at home. Yeah. Like I say, I think Sean McVay is the best offensive play call in the league. I think his creativity and everything like that will keep Indianapolis off balance, even though Indianapolis is playing great, Daniel Jones. But I just think L.A. is going to win, especially after losing last week in Philadelphia on a game on the last second field goal. So I think they come out and get the job done this weekend.
Yeah, that's going to be a good game, but man, the Rams. If I got to pick between Matt Stafford and Daniel Jones, y'all know which way I'm leaning. Rock, who you liking this one? Indianapolis or LA?
You know the Hall of Famer Daniel Jones is 3-0 this season.
Yeah.
His opponents have a combined record of 1-8.
He my fantasy quarterback.
Good luck this week. Again, I think this is the game where Daniel Jones come back down to earth, realizes that Danny Dimes is just a myth. and again, I think his team is great, and I think they'll have a chance to win the game.
Yeah.
But I just don't think they'll be able to keep it with 3.5 points.
No, if it comes down to Daniel Jones making a play, then Duran's
Puka, because I honestly think all they'll probably be able to do is run this game. And they won't be able to put up enough points.
Yeah, I agree. I don't see a way where Indianapolis comes out with a win. If it comes down to the fourth quarter, late game, and quarterback's got to make a play, I don't trust him to make a play at all. Battle of the two teams that I don't think should be 1 and 2: Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. They're playing at home at Arrowhead, Kansas City, but they're a 2.5-point underdog while playing at home. Wayne, who you like in this one? Two teams that have kind of struggled so far this year that we didn't think would struggle. Who do you like in this game with Baltimore and Kansas City?
Man, I'm going to take Baltimore, man. I hate to do it, but I'm taking Baltimore. I think still I picked them to go to the Super Bowl this year and then win it all. Kansas City is going to be a hard team to beat at home at Arrowhead, but I'm going with Baltimore. I think they got better personnel. I think they got a better team overall. Kansas City has been one of those teams that's feast or famine. Like they can't run the ball, they can't pass the ball deep, and so for that reason alone, I'm picking Baltimore because Baltimore can score points.
Yeah, if they can't do anything, they
can't play defense. Yeah, they can score points.
They can score some points.
Like I say, when it's warm, you can't do nothing with Lamar. You know what I mean? Lamar's gonna go up there and do Lamar things, and so I think they'll be able to put up points. I like Baltimore -2. I also like them. Oh my goodness, that's touchdown.
He bobbled it long enough for it to not be.
That
it's double overtime. You gotta go for 2 though.
That dude is. He been going.
That's Deuce Robinson. He transferred from USC.
He been
projected
balling.
first-round pick.
Oh man, he been balling.
Yeah, Deuce Robinson is a problem.
It took him 10 yards to catch the ball.
It did. It took him the entire end zone literally to catch the ball.
And he got 2 feet.
You only need one in college.
He got 2 feet in. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's gonna be.
I mean, it's a foot behind him.
He got it right.
Ooh.
Here.
They go put his hands on the ball, catch.
He get the other foot down too.
Yeah. But it don't count as a catch till this foot come because he don't got possession yet. This foot is in.
Both feet. Good. That ball ain't moved.
But he didn't have possession when the other foot hit.
Oh, no.
He still don't got possession.
He still got his hand on the ball.
He still don't have possession.
No, he grabbing the ball.
He don't have possession though. You got to catch it.
You got to have clear, precise.
Yeah, you got to catch it.
I think
his hand is on it.
I think
you got to catch it.
That's a catch, Walker. That ball ain't even moved. His hands move, not the ball.
If your hands move, the ball gonna move.
What would I say?
They call it a catch on the field.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to overturn it, but it's moving the whole way down.
No, what I'm saying, he only got to get 1 foot down. Like in the end zone, right? In the end zone, you don't have to. In the end zone, only thing you got to do is control the ball.
Yeah,
the ball is under control right here. Bam.
No, it ain't.
Ball under control right there.
And then that's when the foot is, and it's not under control. Look at it, still move.
His
it ain't under
hands
control.
are moving because he's tucking it away.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna call it a catch. I'm just saying, it's not a catch until right.
I don't know. You don't know what that replay gonna do. Yeah. I don't know, man. But it's close.
It came off his left hand. It came off his left hand while he's out of bounds.
See, that's why I say if he right.
Look, it's coming off his hand. He's out of bounds. For y'all that's looking in, we watching the UVA versus Florida State game. That's what we're talking about.
They need it bad.
It's in double overtime. See how it was still moving right there, and then that would have been.
And can you overturn it though?
No. Can you overturn it? I don't know. I don't know that. But I'm like y'all. We was talking about the Ravens and Chiefs. I'm like y'all. I got the Ravens in this one. I mean, without two Derek Funk, without two Henry.
They finna respot it.
Yeah, because I don't think he really had control.
No, he didn't catch it. He was bobbling it out of bounds.
You gotta.
He was bobbling out of bounds.
Yeah, if he keep it right there,
right there, he would have had it. But it was still coming off his hand.
It flipped a little bit.
It was still coming off his hand still at that point.
It was gonna be 4th down. Man.
Yeah, it's gonna be 4th down after that. It's gonna be a tough call.
I thought it was just 2nd down.
No, it's 4th down. They called it incomplete.
Yep, incomplete. Yeah, he ain't had his hand on that ball. He had 10 opportunities to catch it, but couldn't catch it.
I thought it was. I could have swore it was 4th and 7. Ooh.
Yeah,
they'll get
that's
it.
A tough one now. But what I was saying, I like the Ravens in this game. Without two Derrick Henry fumbles, I think the Ravens are 3-0. So for that reason, I'll take them in this game. The night game, one that Rocky would definitely be super interested in.
The
Green Bay Packers. You already calling your pick.
Yeah, I don't even have to say. I'm gonna say it out loud.
I like Green Bay in this game too. They're 6.5-point favorites. They have absolutely demolished the Cowboys the last few times they played in Cowboy Stadium. So I got to go with recent history, and I'll take I'll take Green Bay in this game. 6.5 points is where I don't know. I don't like spreads that much in the league. 6.5 points, that's kind of a lot of points, especially if we're playing against Dak and those guys at home. Man, they got a penalty now. It's 4th and 12. And they call a timeout before the play. Rock, what's your analysis on this one? Why they call a timeout in between those plays there? What's your Green Bay and Dallas? What you thinking? Green Bay's a 6.5-point favorite. Is the spread too high? What you think?
Oh no, without CD, no, we can't stay close to them.
You picking against the Cowboys?
Oh yeah, we can't stay close.
Against them before?
Yeah, we can't stay close to the Cowboys.
Man,
This is the team I know. This is the team I know the best. They can't stay close to the Cowboys. They can't hold the Packers down. Packers gonna be able to do what they want to do, and we're not.
I think the guys gonna play for Michael Parsons, all of them.
Over under on Micah sacks. I think his number is at 1 right now. What you taking? The over under on his sacks?
Man, he gonna get a sack.
So it's a push. You think he'll get at least 1?
Yeah, he'll get at least 1.
I think it's a push. I don't know if he's gonna go crazy in this game.
It may be even a strip sack. You know what I mean?
Yeah, to add a little flair to it and flavor to it in that one. The battle of the two terrible teams on Monday night. Not sure how this is a Monday night game, but Miami and New York. Wayne, who you like in this one? Both teams terrible. You like New York? Mm-hmm. Okay, the Jets pull out a win. Dolphins are 2.5-point favorite. They're playing in Miami. Rock, who you like in this one? I think you picked Miami. What
was that?
We talked about on Tuesday. The Jets. It's the Monday night game, the terrible one. The Jets in Miami. They finally gonna run a play them, and it's been 4th down for 5 minutes. Oh man,
that's a touchdown, brother.
Blitzed them.
if it was
Oh,
overthrown.
they stormed the field.
Before they could even figure out what happened. Oh, now security got to do a little better than that. I've been a part of some field storms before, but they feel like they got to do a little better than that. It ain't nothing you can do, but
ain't nothing you can do about that.
But they caught the ball with him. As soon as he hit the ground, it was already the whole end zone was full.
That's like trying to stop a herd
Yeah, it's extremely unsafe. That's what I'm saying. I've been a part of some.
They ought to fine
They're gonna find
They
him.
should.
They'll find him. But that's like trying to stop a herd of buffaloes,
Yeah.
man. What you gonna do?
Yeah, it's bad. I was been there at a couple Baylor ones when the security tried to stop and they didn't stop a nosebleed that day. But they was already in the end zone, like they didn't even get to call it incomplete. And they was already in the end zone. UVA ain't had nothing to cheer for in a minute. Looks like UVA pulled out a victory over Florida State. Those are some of our analysis, folks. Let me give you guys some more updates on these high school scores before we get out of here tonight. Final score from Midway, Harker Heights wins 24-21 in a close battle. Final score from Temple, Killeen Shoemaker wins 31-28. So both the Killeen teams come out on top as they start what's going to be a tough district play. We already talked about the Waco High game. University and Lampasas still battling it out. Lampasas still has a lead, though, in that fourth quarter. Cuero and Belton coming down to the last minute. Cuero up 50-43. Ain't nobody playing defense in that game. Brownwoods pulling away from China Spring up 20-10 with a few minutes left to go in the game. Same with Connally and Athens. Athens starting to pull away from the Cadets. Robinson up 63-16 against Hillsborough. That one. Academy, Little River Academy, going to put a finish to Whitney. They're up 42-18 as that game almost over with. Fairfield still beating the brakes off of McGregor 54-14 in that game. Troy and Maypearl, Troy's got a 33-31 lead against Maypearl in that game. Bosque gets the win 41-0. Those are some of the games, final scores in the games, and Stephenville still adding to their total, up 61-21 against the La Vega Pirates as well. It's been a lot of close games going on, folks. But as we get close to some of these final scores, Wayne, as you see both of the Killeen schools able to get a win, one against Temple, one against Midway. What do you think that sets for this district? All those guys in the same district with each other. What do you think that says about this district going forward in the rest of the season?
It's tough. It sets up maybe a showdown between those two.
Two Killeen schools.
Two Killeen schools, yeah, man, because that's to beat Temple and one team to beat Midway. That's tough.
Yeah,
man.
both of those
and
teams.
And Midway is the team that I predicted to win that district.
Yeah, me too.
And and I thought Temple would be one of those playoff teams, but both of those teams go down tonight, so that's going to be tough, man.
Yeah. Shoemakers play some tough competition too. They haven't played scrubs. They played a university team that we know is pretty good, and they handled them. And now they play a Temple team that was undefeated. They come out with a win at Temple too. So man, that's going to be big for them. Same with Harker Heights, man. I even before the game, I had Midway winning, but you can't knock out a Harker Heights team that went undefeated in district play last year.
Yeah.
So their expectation is to go undefeated again in district play and to win the district once again. So, man, that's going to be a really tough district as they move forward in this one. University looking like right now they're down against this Lampasas team, still have a chance to win, but it's looking like Lampasas is going to come out with a victory. This isn't a district game, still non-district.
Yeah,
what does this mean for University as they get ready to go into their district play?
Well, you want to come out with a win. Jalen, that's what you play for. You want to come out with a win. You wasn't able to do that. Hopefully you got to work on some things and see some things that'll help you moving forward. I don't know what the problem is, especially with a team that had high expectations going into this season. They wasn't expecting to lose 2 games in the district.
Yeah.
They was probably expecting to go undefeated. It didn't happen. So now you got to shift your attitude. You got to shift. You have to shift everything and get ready for district. And those losses, you got to get those out of your head, and you got to come out and take one game at a time, and then just get ready for district because that's going to be a dog fight as well.
Yeah, I think you just have to, like you just said, take it one game at a time. District is where all the marbles really count. Pre-district is really just a longer preseason that gets you ready for where the games actually count. We've seen teams go. La Vega last year, they went 2-3 in their pre-district, getting the district win every game, go all the way to the state game. So that's just getting you ready for the district play. And as we talk about La Vega, obviously it's going to be a tough loss tonight against Stephenville. But you're just preparing for district as you get ready to go into district. Looking at that District 12, we see La Vega take a loss tonight. China Spring take a loss tonight. Connally take a loss tonight. But you see a Gatesville team that's on the cusp of winning again. A Robinson team that's getting a huge win over Hillsborough. And a Lorena team that's on the bye, but might have the best offense in the entire city. Who has really put themselves above the other, in your opinion, in this District 12?
Well, I don't know, Jalen. I don't think anybody comes.
No,
I think it's just a dress rehearsal right now.
Yeah.
You know, you're getting ready for district now. Nothing matters what you done thus far. Okay, none of that matters. That's if you go out and you win district, none of that matters. That you can call yourself district champs. Okay, so none of that matters. Yeah. I don't think anybody has took a step above anyone else right now. Now is the records go to 0-0 as far as district, and you still have a chance to go to the playoffs and win your district. So, or win your district and go to the playoffs. So, nobody has stepped forward yet. And what I'm thinking is, hey man, now you get to play people that you're familiar with and the people that you play. And you probably play Pop Warner with and all this type of stuff and guys you're kind of familiar with. So now, man, it's time to start the serious play.
Yeah.
Now this is for keeps.
Yeah, I agree. I think I can't really put anybody above anybody in this district. I'll give the edge to La Vega just based off of they're the reigning champs in the district. But they're right there with the Gatesvilles. They're right there with the Robinsons. Now you add a Lorena team that I really think can muck up a lot of things in this district with their high power, just because of how high-powered their offense is. You look at the stat leaders in Central Texas, all three of their guys in the triplets are at the top of all those lists when you talk about Carson Miller and Brody DeLeon and Jackson Blanchard. So, man, this is going to be a fun district to watch is all I do know about District 12. When you think about all those teams in that district, it's going to be a good game week in and week out. You got to bring your A game.
You're going back to
If you slack off 1 week, that could change your entire season based off of who's going to win this district. I believe they're only going to take 3 or 4 teams out of that district. So it's going to be interesting to see who gets that nod to be those 3 or 4 teams in that district. So I can't wait to be able to watch that. That's going to be next week as we talk about that on Friday Night Flex. Next week starts district play in District 12 and for a lot of these other districts. I know Midway and Temple and those guys started district tonight. Waco High and University, all those other teams will start some district play next week. So we're looking forward to another really great week of Friday Night Flex. Folks, we're out of time here today. We want to thank everybody for tuning in with us here today and all week long on Centex Sports Network. We want to thank RJ's Bargain Center, our sponsor, for them. Make sure you guys go and check them out down there on Waco Drive. You can't miss them, the big barn on the side. It's RJ's Bargain Center. As we get ready to sign off, great slate of games for tomorrow in college football. We gave you guys some analysis. I'm not going to tell you if you want to win some money, but if you want to ask somebody how to win some money, go back and rewind this episode a little bit. We gave some analysis also for the NFL as well. Tomorrow, we've got more MCC volleyball right here on Centex Sports Network. Make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube and to the website, CentexSportsNetwork.com. You'll be able to catch all of MCC volleyball games as well as all of MCC's other sports as well. So tune in tomorrow at 1 o'clock to catch some more MCC volleyball. Getting ready to sign off here today. Jalen Gillis, Wayne Walker, and Rocky Miller. We'll see you guys next week right here on Friday Night Flex. Make sure you tune in for Centex Primetime next week as well. We'll give you guys some more breakdown on these games that happen this weekend. Great weekend of football. We'll see you guys next time. Everybody have a great weekend.